since I was 5 years
But
old. So
no, I'm looking at the names. You had D. Mitch,
That's heat.
JT. Yeah, yeah, that is wild. JT, De'Aaron Fox, John Collins, OG
bam,
Anunoby, Bam Adebayo, Jarrett. Like it was not bad.
it
It
was a
wasn't bad
solid
at all.
draft. It was solid. I
This
Yeah,
mean,
this
it just
2017.
yeah.
yeah.
Luke Kennard, he's all right. Oh, you said Bam,
Mm-hmm.
but then
Malik
you
Monk.
also Jared Allen,
Mm-hmm.
Kyle
Like,
Kuzma, Derek White. Wasn't a bad draft class.
yeah.
Also got to look at your second rounders too.
Dylan Brooks came in the second round that year. So yeah, that was the
It's
2017 draft
okay,
was
bro.
nice. It was nice.
It's an okay draft.
What's the okay?
Monty Morris.
What's
It
your
was it was it was
standards?
more than okay.
It was
Yeah,
okay.
It was a lot more.
It
weight
was
rod
okay.
is crazy. Yo, weight rod is hilarious, bro. Oh my god. I didn't mean for that to happen like that. I apologize for that.
No, that is elite that turned into what it turned into. Welcome back to another episode of Player's Choice. Thank you guys for spending your morning, afternoon, or night with us, depending on where you're at or how you're consuming this content. Shout out to everybody tapped in live on the YouTube channel, man. It is insane to me that so many of you guys tap in live and hang out for the duration of the show, and your participation, man. It just blows my mind, and we appreciate y'all.
Dang, Billy Bob is on your ass, Ron. That is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Bring your ass up here.
Hey, bottom right, Ron. Bottom right, not top right, when you decide to leave, okay?
So he couldn't wait to leave. He couldn't wait to
Listen,
leave,
if
bro.
I
That's
hey,
crazy.
hey, if I hear one weight Ron, or if I see one comment I don't like, I'm ending this shit.
All right. So we just won't say it. We'll just let the chat say it.
We'll let the chat say it. When you're bugging out, I'll give you the cue. I'll be like, wait, Ron. No, I won't even say it. I'll be like,
Yeah, you
I'll
better
say
not say it.
I won't say it. I
The
won't
only
say
thing
it.
you're gonna hear is wait, and
I'll
it's
say
just
pull
gonna be
it up.
over.
I'll say
Screen just
pull it
gonna go
up.
black.
And then the whole chat's just gonna be like, they gonna spam it. Y'all ready? When I say pull it up, y'all know what to spam, bro.
Well,
Pull it up.
let's try it out. Say pull it up.
Pull it up. Pull it up right now.
To watch it just go nuts. You know what I was randomly thinking about this morning? I don't even know why this came to my mind, but I want to have a Player's Choice 3-point contest so bad.
Oh no.
Like in real life.
Uh-huh.
Of course you do, JD.
So you know who's been trying to propose something to me for maybe something is like, let's say when we hit like 100,000 subscribers or 200, we actually do a real life event where we all play 1v1 and have 3-point contests, maybe a dunk competition that of course I'm gonna win, and then some other things as well in real life. Everybody, the whole PC family. Bama has been.
You're not going. No,
I'm not gonna what?
You're not gonna win the dunk contest with Shaq's in it, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah. What are you,
Shaq's not
a
gonna,
moron?
Shaq's not gonna participate though.
Yeah, he will.
He's gonna be too cool for that.
Yeah, right.
Me and Doug.
He wouldn't
played
pass up
mini
the
games.
opportunity to win that.
We'll be the commentators, Mars.
And then,
Yeah.
and then if we do the 1v1, bro, you know I'm winning that. So let's just leave it out.
I don't know how you're winning that when I'm winning that. So
And if we do twos, you know me and Ron cooking that. So
Wow,
You know what,
don't wanna
Mars?
play with
you know
me,
what we
Bobby?
should do? You know what we should do? We should
all right,
play
I got
Oak.
Shaq.
We should play Oak with Low.
Should play what?
Great.
Oak with Low. You know what
What's
Oak is?
that?
Nah.
You don't know what Oak is?
I'm from the east or from the west coast, bro. I don't know. I'll probably do is probably just a different name.
21 or 35?
21.
Oh, yeah, 21.
Oh,
No,
yeah, 21.
there we go. There
You
we
call
go.
it oak.
Yeah, we call it Oak.
I don't know anyone who calls it oak, but okay.
I guess it's a Northeast thing. I guess I didn't know.
Like OAK oak?
Yeah. Wow, really?
I've
Y'all
never
never
heard
heard that?
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. Oak it is.
All right.
21. So you play 21 to 35. We go by twos if it's 35, but ones is if we just all go by ones, then it's 21.
So you don't go by twos and then you shoot threes for 1 point. And if you make three of those, you get check up.
Yeah. Make three free throws in a row, then you could the 3-point shots counts as threes.
Yo, have y'all played all day, or you can shoot as many free throws till you miss?
Wait, free
No.
throws?
Well,
No,
free
shoot
throws
three.
or 3 points.
you guys
it
played-
just depends.
You guys played 21 with like that? We just play, well, I mean, I know there's different variations, but I usually just play where you just always check up.
You don't
So you
shoot
just
free
get-
throws after you score?
No, we
JD,
just
that's
play.
1-on-1.
Yeah, but we play 21 because it's 1v1v1. We play 21. You score. You just get the rock and you check up and you just
Sounds
keep
like
going.
King of the Court.
Essentially.
But
you're all in the court.
Y'all probably play where like y'all start crying if people double team you and stuff. See, we used to play 21 with like 4 or 5 of us, and it's like 1-on-4. And you just got to get buckets. And if you don't,
Dang, nobody in the chat knows this as Oak either. I'm fucking
Bro, I think somebody fooled you. Like somebody tricked you.
I grew up my whole life. It might be. I grew up my whole life saying that shit, bro. This is the first time I think this is crazy. Wow, that is wild.
But did y'all ever play? First off, hey Bob, to comment on what you said, did you guys ever play Stick Your Brick? So if you miss, you gotta go. Okay,
oh
stick
yeah.
your brick.
But the thing is,
that should be universal in 21.
Yeah,
you got to stick your brick, but at the same time though, we wasn't letting you go 1-on-1 though. Like we're not gonna let you score. So you really gotta get to it.
Bro, Ron, that's the only way to play 21 because you will have somebody who just sits down under the hoop the whole game, not D'ing up at all.
Yeah, for real.
Irritating.
Did y'all play where
first?
For sure how Shaq plays, both of them. Hey, but did y'all play like first free throw makes rules and you could just come up with all type of crazy rules and stuff like that?
No, but the rules are the rules, Ron.
Yeah.
See, we
used to argue about the rules.
That's where we used to switch things up though.
They
because
said
some people used to want to play with certain rules, some people used to want to play with other rules. So it's like, bro, the first person to score and make a free throw, you get to decide whether we playing tip dunks or not. You get to decide whether it's double tip dunks or not. You get to decide whether it's tip layups. No, tip dunks.
He was playing with people who actually.
So if Ron goes and tricks,
you didn't have to worry about that being
tip don't go back to 0. You tip don't go back to 0. You air ball. You miss. You.
If you tip dunk, you go back. So y'all play taps, because we couldn't dunk. So it wasn't dunking for us.
This is when I was like in 7th grade though, so we would move the hoop down.
7th grade, you were dunking? You move it. You move it down. Okay, okay. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Ron, do you remember 42? Was it 42 or 48?
You guys played it at practice?
I think it was 42. Yeah, because it would be threes, and
where
you would
go around and have to come back.
So it'd be 2 people on the wings and then 2 under the hoop, and you're 2v2, and you're just shooting threes, and you try and get to 48, and then if you miss, and then the guys under the hoop get the rebound and lay it up, then you switch, and then you could get like one pass off the. If they miss, you could like go one pass to your teammate to try and tip it in. We used to play that before every practice at Edmonds. And me and Tony would just run everyone.
Tony Montana.
Yo, is Tone never gonna come on the show? Yo, by the way, guys, JD has such an elite friend who will outdo him in any category. Panelists, hosting, just being your best bud, whatever. But JD doesn't want to bring him on because he doesn't want to get outshined.
Bro, that is not true. I'm gonna hit him right now.
JD, how does it feel? How does it feel for people saying that I'm a better host than you, and I barely host?
Yeah, that's hilarious. People like you say there's a lot of people in my DMs told me this. Same thing for me. I just don't talk about it. Duh.
Fire. I love you. I like
you.
I just texted him. I said, "You want to be on a show soon? We got to get him on here. It'd be elite." Definitely. Shaq's got to be on that show too. We got some super chats. Let's hit some of these. Indoor Voices sent a super chat. Biggest reason LA smoked that game last night.
Anthony Davis can't make a free throw.
That was crazy. But then Bron shot 2 stupid threes though.
Yeah, but AD's the best player on the team, so we blame him.
So LeBron is absolved of any blame just because he's not the best anymore?
Yeah, that's how it works. People don't blame Kyrie for the Nets getting swept. They blame Kevin Durant.
Nah, Mars, you're better than that. You don't have to be like everybody else.
You're better than that, Fire.
You're so better than that. Like, come on, bro. Don't do that.
I blame AD.
Yeah, honestly, it's a 1A, 1B thing to me. AD goes his transgression was a little bigger than Bron's because they're not in that scenario. If he makes at least one of those free throws, but he got to make both of those. But then Bron coming down, he could have got a way better fucking shot. Like, bro, that last 3 was stupid, bro. I'm like, go to the rim or give the ball to AD.
Mm-hmm.
Z-Dub, which shooter was more detrimental to their team in the playoffs? Harrison Barnes in 2016 versus the Cavs, or Joe Harris in 2021 versus the Bucks?
I'm not gonna hold you. They both are bad, but watching Joe Harris just getting open looks, a guy who won the 3-point shooting contest, and he's just fucking bricking.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous to me. Harrison Barnes, I get it, but Harrison Barnes never won a fucking 3-point contest. Joe
Thing is-
Harris won a 3-point contest and was missing the very thing that he's supposed to be one of the best at. That is insane to me.
And you got to remember too, like Harrison Barnes got more shit to his game. He was doing other things besides that. You know, he could play defense, rebounding, being in the right spots. If Joe Harris isn't hitting his shots, it's no reason for him to be on the court.
You guys might not remember this because I think this was pre all of you. I think this was when it was just me, Shaq,
Prehistoric
Dell.
times.
Like this is
It was you and the dinosaurs.
The dinosaurs.
Bunch of cavemen up here.
I said that Joe Harris could play Klay Thompson's role in Golden State just as well as Klay Thompson.
No way you said that, JD.
You're nasty.
Bro, at the time I kind of believed it when he was looking like
Yeah, Joe Harris
was
was
like
supposed to be
that,
a
bro.
promising player. Just like in the chat, Raptors and 6, he said Duncan Robinson is a thief. He was, for a second, Duncan Robinson was looking like the next greatest thing to shoot a basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No, I don't want to talk about
Yeah.
Duncan Robinson, please.
What's wrong with Duncan Robinson?
No. I don't want to talk about him, please. That shit.
Trauma, PTSD.
Oh my god.
I feel for you.
And I love Duncan, bro. I loved his energy, his attitude, and everything. I just and that's why I don't want to compare him to Hassan Whiteside, because I think Hassan Whiteside was more selfish. He was more lazy, and as soon as he got the bag, it's almost as if the whole energy changed with him. Duncan Robinson, I don't get those vibes. It's just he's just not making the shots.
Not making
and
shots, right?
And it's like what the hell? He's not like he's not trying. He's trying, but he's not getting it done. It's crazy to me.
It doesn't take much effort to run around and shoot a bunch of threes.
Yeah, that's why I think.
Okay, Ron.
It's not
Like,
easy.
does it?
That's
To shoot
bullshit.
the ball, that's the easiest thing to come on the basketball court and do.
To run around, and then he started getting defended like an actual NBA player, which made a big difference. I get what
That's how that happened. Thanks.
Hassan Whiteside genuinely just robbed Miami. Like, he tricked them. Duncan Robinson was doing his job. Teams adjusted to him, and then we realized he actually wasn't an NBA quality player. He could just really shoot really well when he was open. But now he's not getting the same open looks, and now he can't shoot as well. And he does everything else terribly.
Also, Ron, genuinely, the easiest thing to do in basketball is probably rebounding.
You're crazy, JD.
I don't. think so.
Yeah, I don't.
Bro, shooting threes is the easiest thing to do.
If
Well,
you're
shooting-
a shooter,
The
you're a
easiest
shooter.
thing to do in basketball is run out on the fast break.
Yo, I didn't
run up-
say
you can't in
make
transition.
threes.
That's the
I
easiest
said
thing to do.
shoot threes.
Bro,
Shooting is the easiest
no
thing.
shit.
I'm
Then
not
the
gonna lie,
easiest thing to do
easiest
is
thing
shooting layups at the hoop. It doesn't matter if you make or miss it.
Well, you gotta get to the
Bozo.
hoop. You gotta get to the hoop first.
Easiest
The
thing
easiest
to
thing
do.
to do is
Shooting
leak out in
is easy to
transition.
do.
That's the easiest thing you can do. Just
All right,
run
all
the
right,
floor in
transition,
That's the easiest thing you can do.
transition, sure, but I don't think Jay means it like that. He's probably mean like in terms of like scoring and then shooting and then handles and then things like that. At defense, he's probably saying like rebounding is the easiest thing out of all of those things, right, JD?
If all you focused on was rebounding the basketball and hustling after the basketball and not worrying about ever shooting the rock or anything, it's one of the easier things to do. I'm not saying it's not skillful, because you do need to have some kind of idea of where the ball is going to bounce off, and then you're fighting for a rebound amongst trees. That's not easy, but I'm saying if that was the only thing that you did, rebounding is way easier than being a great shooter.
I think it's easier to rebound than to be a great shooter. Yeah, because it just takes effort. But if we're all like have a a base level of basketball ability, I would say that shooting threes is probably shooting anything. It's just like it's basketball. So you're running around. I'm not talking about making these shots. Obviously, you're shooting to make it, but it's like if all you have to do is just actually shoot the ball. It doesn't take much skill to actually just shoot the ball. It takes skill to make the shot. It takes skill to make the shot, no doubt.
Oh, but that's what Jay's talking about. Like, I could go out there and fucking shoot.
Right.
I could go out there and shoot, miss everything. It's easy as hell. But making, of
Right.
course, Jay was talking about shooting. He's talking about making the shot.
Right. No doubt. I agree with that. It's not easy to be out there making.
Oh, no. Carroll got it. It's actually free throws.
Yo, and to bring it back to Duncan Robinson too, I don't think it's partially just his abilities, because you got to understand as well, like the Heat picked up another guy that does the same thing just as good as him, but he plays better defense and he can score better in other ways and he can play
He
better.
can handle. He can handle.
And that's Max Strus. So now when Max Strus got put into the equation, it's like, hold on, I'm looking at Max and I'm looking at Duncan. Who's better out of these two? And on top of that, Max is shooting the ball at a good level. So it's like, all right, Duncan, hit the bench. Max, you come out here and shoot and do everything else.
Max a dog too, though.
Max is dope. For real.
Max is dope. I love Max.
T-Wit, why won't it let me join the membership? That's a good question, T-Wit. Ask one of the other members in the chat. Hopefully they can help you, because I am going to be useless up here to try and explain it right now. Indoor Voices, describe your real-life play style in 2K terms.
I'm just holding the controller, actually playing 2K.
Real life. So like your archetype. What's your archetype? Me, I'm a 3-point rebounder, defensive guy.
What kind of build is that? Josh Hart.
Yeah, so it's like I think Mars. I actually sent you a video of me shooting. Actually, I do remember that.
You got a burner. You got a burner.
I could shoot. I don't got a burner, but I could hit open shots, and then I hustle a lot too. So I'm
You're PJ Tucker. You're PJ Tucker.
PJ Tucker's great. I'm definitely PJ Tucker.
Bro, I'm trying to think of one of those players that would come off the bench and just spark it from three, but like couldn't do anything else. But they had the 3-point next to their name.
Duncan Robinson.
I'm thinking of like older players, like when I was playing 2K a lot, like
JD,
2K11.
I'm giving you Kyle Korver, JD.
Yeah, Mike Miller.
I like Mike Miller too. I like Mike Miller.
I was thinking Mike Miller.
Yeah, Mike Miller for sure.
What's the dude? What's my guy? Oh man, I'm gonna remember his name in a minute. He played for the Raptors. Bargnani.
Bargnani. That's a good one, Bob.
Joe, you Steve Novak?
yeah, actually.
Steve Novak.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, that is the perfect 2K comparison for me. Oh my god, Dub,
there was like 2 seasons there where Steve Novak was my favorite player.
And Steve Novak was a flamethrower in 2K too, so that's exactly who I was looking for.
Steve Novak's mixed with a little bit of Devendorf. I don't know if y'all know about Devendorf.
Devendorf was going crazy.
He's from Gonzaga, isn't he?
Nah, he went to Syracuse.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. Drink more water. Last night we had Giannis versus Curry and Anthony Davis versus Jason Tatum. Which pairing would you build a team around, not factoring in age and health? Giannis and Curry or AD and Jason Tatum, I believe, is.
That's not fair.
You just
right?
offered me the 2 best players in the NBA.
Yeah, that is not fair.
Yeah.
It's Giannis and Curry by a mile, right?
If AD stayed healthy, we would be having a completely different discussion.
They said healthy.
Seeing that, yeah, but you still can't remove
AD's
that from AD. Like, no, he is, but I'm like, when you think of AD and we do these healthy conversations, it's still, he has such a stain on his resume with health that it's still hard to remove that.
So you're saying that people have a distaste for him because of him being hurt. So just because they have a distaste for him being hurt, they kind of unconsciously lower him in the ranking as a player.
It's an unconscious thing for sure.
It's like if you're building a team, was that the question? If you're building a team, you just get to start with one or two of these guys. You can go with JT and AD and then just get a competent point guard and you'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like Steph, I mean, obviously Steph's going to be better than your point guard, but if you just get a solid, Mike Conley 4 or 5 years ago, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, then you're going to be okay with JT and AD for sure.
I think the main separator, though, is Steph. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, JT's amazing, but you got Steph, one of the craziest, the best floor spacer in NBA history, mash him up with fucking Giannis, the most dominant guy in today's day in the paint. It's like, what the hell? Like, what? There's no other choice to have, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to make an argument, but I think I'm going with Steph and Giannis, but AD, not by a mile. Though.
AD and JT will be better defensively, though. They will be way better defensively than those guys.
Indoor Voices, what's easier, getting 10 points or 10 rebounds?
10 points.
10 points, without a doubt. You could have asked what's easier, getting 10 points or 5 rebounds, and it's still 10 points.
All right, maybe I was a little crazy saying that rebounding was easier than shooting.
No, you wasn't.
Z-Dub, free throws should be the easiest. Something AD has been unable to do in the clutch this year. Should have closed out the Sixers and Celtics.
That's why.
Is AD historically a bad free throw shooter?
I mean, historically, he's okay. He had the bubble year where he was at 85% or something. But other than that, he's around his career is 80%. So
Yeah, AD got to knock those
It's not
down.
bad for a
he's
big man.
82% this year. So you'd expect him to make the big free throws more often.
So are they going to start the negative that he just can't make them in the clutch, like it's a mental thing, or he's?
I mean,
That's
if it's
going to happen. Yes.
it's definitely gonna. I mean, is it wrong to put that narrative out though? If
I
he's
think
just
so.
when he just did that, why? I mean, why?
Well, personally, and I could be wrong. I just haven't seen him do that many times. It's like, if you of his whole career, if he's done that, 4 or 5 games, it's just kind of like people miss free throws, and I just got a soft spot for people missing free throws anyway, because I was never a good free throw shooter.
Okay.
So
You're Shaq. So you're Shaq in 2K.
Fire.
But,
Bro,
but like for AD, I'm just trying to throw him in the Benny just because I don't really see him do that very often. I mean, last night that was borderline egregious. All he had to do was make one of those, but
I was miserable at shooting free throws too. And you know that kind of stereotype of the guy who can shoot threes like crazy but can't shoot free throws? Like, why is that a thing?
never even heard of that, Jody.
Bro, okay, well, it was a thing for me. And I know it's a thing for like some people who are really good three-point shooters and just not great at the line. Like, I probably was like a 60-something% free throw shooter, like bad. Go ahead, Ron.
Free throws is mental. A lot of free throws is mental.
It's very mental.
Especially when you
alligator arm and that shit.
Yeah, for real. Especially when you get to those clutch stages in the game too. It's a little more pressure on the line. You start to tighten up a little bit. But the reason why those free throws were so like crucial for AD, and the reason why it hurt so much, it wasn't even necessarily the L that hurt so much. It was the fact that the Lakers went on like a 40-9 run. They were down 65-83 and ended up going up 103-95. Mm-hmm. And so they had went on such a crazy run. I'm watching the game like, yo, this is crazy. If the Lakers could play like this, who's gonna stop the Lakers? This, that, and the third. And then the Celtics eventually crawl back into the game, and it's like, AD, all you have to do is make these 2 free throws, and it's a wrap. You guys grab a crucial win against the best team in the NBA right now. Mm-hmm. Now you guys are even more in the upswing. All 3 of you guys played good tonight. AD, Bron, and Russ as well. The team played good. Now, yeah, this is a good momentum game for you guys. This is a good morale game. And then he tricks those free throws.
Yeah, I think I think AD should get some light for that. You feel me? I mean, in a game like that, I mean, this is what the playoffs are for. You feel me? Playoffs are made for that type of atmosphere. So it's like, if you know answering the call in a regular season game, I mean, how much faith can I have you in a playoff setting? Because he's the best player right now.
I mean, everyone misses free throws. Like KD missed free throws for the game this year, and like I'm not gonna say
nobody talks about it.
It for sure happens. It for sure happens.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna put too much in.
But this happened twice, right? Against the Sixers as well, right?
Yeah, but there was a game after that Mavs game where KD missed another clutch free throw. But then remember, that was a game where Royce O'Neal made the tip in at the end, so it didn't matter. But that's another instance where KD missed a clutch free throw, and he's a 92% free throw shooter. So, but no one's really talking about it. So,
I don't think we should cut him. I don't think we should cut him any slack for last night. But I just don't know if that's the sticker we put on him for him as a player.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I still blame
agree
him for last night, but I'm not gonna say he's afraid of the late game free throw line or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you think that is something that maybe we should like be slightly worried about?
I'm not personally,
because I'm with y'all too. I don't want to put that label
on it. But if the fact of the matter is, if your best free throw shooter is your big man, the team has bigger problems than the fact that he is less reliable late in games at the free throw line.
Isn't that a luxury? Mars?
It's a luxury.
I'm not
if
sure.
He's an elite free throw shooter, but the fact is he's a good free throw shooter for his size. He's still not a great free throw shooter. He's just better than everyone else on the team because everyone else seems to just be trash at the line.
Do you believe
a problem for them?
Do you believe in this Lakers squad to make it far in the postseason?
Nope.
Fuck no.
Why not?
I do. Yo, Bob, how far are the Celtics going?
What are you talking about, Ron?
And
We
they-
already
they-
know the Celtics are going. They're going to the
Okay,
championship.
exactly. And did you see the way that they played against them last night?
Come on, Ron.
Okay,
You're
I
still
know,
missing
I
the whole
know, I
thing.
know,
Robert
I know.
Williams.
Now you're arguing like Nick and Dale, bro. This is not how-
They
this is
had
how it works.
Cornette out there. Bro, Cornette looks like he wore a trench coat in
Okay.
high school.
Ron, you haven't seen the
understand.
difference in the way the Celtics play
No,
with
I
Al
understand
Horford and
that.
without Al Horford?
I understand that.
Well, if you
But what
understood that,
I'm-
why are you asking me this question?
I'm
What-
going to
no,
see
but-
Robert Williams.
What I'm trying to say is because the Lakers played poor for the first three
They had
quarters of
Blake
that game.
Griffin playing last night. They
Played poor. They played poor for the first 3 quarters of the game. So if they play the fourth quarter like they play the rest of the game, it's not a game. But I'm more so saying that to say, do you see the way Russ is playing now?
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't
the-
think that's
hey,
I
enough.
think we're over. Okay, I think Russ is playing very well, but we are highly overrating how well he's playing.
I think
It's
you're
not like
hanging
he's
on to that,
overrating
you
it.
know.
He's playing
playing-
well, but it's not
he's
like he's
playing like
a
Russell
legitimate.
Westbrook.
Nope. Okay, then
Last
you just
night-
don't know what
last-
Russell Westbrook was.
Last
That's
night,
disrespectful
well,
to Russell
obviously
Westbrook.
he's never gonna play like that, Russell Westbrook, when you're playing with the magnitude of 80, the way he's playing right now, and when you're playing with LeBron James, he doesn't nearly have the ball enough in his hands to even get a
He has the
25
ball in his hands a
triple-double.
lot when he's on the
He
court.
does, but not enough to get. He doesn't play enough minutes, and he doesn't have the ball in his hands that much to be able to go out there and get 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. But
It's not
last
just
night,
that. He's still shooting 28% from free.
I mean, that's Russell
He's
Westbrook.
still he's still not great around the rim.
That's
His
Russell
efficiency is
Westbrook.
still abysmal. He's been great passing the ball this year. He's been great playmaking. His defense is elevated to some degree, but
Yo,
to me, it's
last
disrespectful
night-
to say that he's playing like Russell Westbrook because Russell
Last
Westbrook
night-
is not this.
Well, he's playing to Russell Westbrook abilities, not numbers, abilities. Last night I seen Russell Westbrook play the best defense I think I ever seen him play, ever. And when I was seeing that, now I'm like, okay, now we might have some other things to talk about. But on top of that, Russell Westbrook had 20 and 14 last night.
Do y'all
Those are
hear me?
great
Do y'all hear me?
numbers.
Those are
Yeah,
amazing numbers.
Yeah, he had a very
Dub.
good game.
14 rebounds.
pull it
by
up.
the way.
Pull it up.
Pull it up.
Pull it
Oh
up.
my God.
They still look.
Pull
My
up
thing- my
right
thing
now.
is, I've said this a bunch of times already. It's like I don't have any faith in the Lakers because they didn't go get Bojan. If they don't make a move now to get Bojan, even Cam Reddish. I know a lot of y'all don't like Cam Reddish, but that's even some more work for them. Like if they don't make a move, bro, I'm gonna be surprised if they make the playoffs. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
Cam
they'll
Reddish
be in the
needs to
play.
go
They'll be in the
somewhere.
play.
I don't know why
What'd you say, Morris?
Cam Reddish is just being mistreated in New York, and it's sad
I
to
think
see.
so. I think so. He got mistreated in Atlanta, but I think I got faith in him if he gets to the right situation. But yeah, if they don't make a move, bro, this team as constructed, no, I have zero faith in the Lakers to get out the first round.
Can we also talk about Braun though? Because last night I think that's the best I've seen Braun look in a long time.
No,
Still
no,
not-
I don't.
still
I don't
not
agree.
enough.
No, I don't
Still
agree.
not
I think LeBron is. It's not the best I've seen LeBron in a long time. I mean, last
Well,
season.
when I say a long time, I'm really talking about like this season. That's
Oh,
one of the
this
best-
season?
Yeah.
Okay,
Not
okay.
like last season Braun looked good. The season before that,
Since
Braun-
2016.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, you said a long time. I was like,
no,
wow.
no.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Like Braun, I'm like me watching that version of Westbrook, the way he was playing defense, the way he was attacking, just Russ looked good last night. AD, obviously, I don't have to speak on AD. He's playing tremendous right now. And then Braun looked like he drank a little bit of the youth formula last night.
I gotta agree
Windmilling,
with that. I gotta
cockbacks,
agree with that.
dunks. LeBron was looking OD last night. So I'm
I
like,
gotta
bro,
agree with that, Ron.
if these three, and then they're also looking like they got a little bit of chemistry now. It looks like Russ can play with those guys now. It looks like they're going through AD. Braun got a little pep in his step now. They're flowing a little bit better. So I'm like, and then Lonnie Walker balling too, bro. I got faith in the Lakers.
Here's the
really
problem
do.
with that.
Faith
Here's
for
the
what? You're just saying
problem
faith,
with that,
but
Ron.
like,
I
wow.
think the Lakers can go to the Western Conference Finals.
Wow.
Because
Let me
like I
tell you-
said, it's teams that don't want to play the Lakers. You can legitimately go down the list, and it's only a couple teams that want to play against LeBron James, who is a GOAT. Not the GOAT, a GOAT.
Mhm.
Anthony Davis, who was playing like a legit MVP contender, 37 and 12 last night. I don't know how many blocks he had, but I'm pretty sure he had at least 2 or 3.
His defense
And then
is never
Russell
question.
Westbrook coming off the bench, if he's playing defense the way he's playing, and he's their best facilitator. No ifs, ands, or buts. Russell Westbrook is their best facilitator. So if he continues to facilitate, and if he can come and give you at least 15 points, Bro, nobody wants to play them. Nobody.
Let me tell you, Ron. Let me tell you that the nobody. Yeah, you're right. I mean, as far as anybody in the NBA is concerned right now, if you're in the NBA, as far as you're concerned, LeBron is the GOAT. So that's a fact. AD is, but that's whatever. The problem with what you're saying about how they played last night is that they lost, first of all. Second of all, Grant Williams and Blake Griffin are the starting 4 and 5 right now. That wasn't even the Celtics, bro. Like, that wasn't even the Celtics. With Al Horford, like, I know y'all think I hype Al Horford, but I'm gonna continue to do that. When Al Horford's on the team, it's on the court, it's a completely different look. When Robert Williams is on the court, that's just plus 20. So they did last night against the Celtics, I'm not even impressed, honestly. Like, first of all, y'all should have won that game. Second of all, it's like, I mean, no disrespect to Blake, but this ain't 2015 anymore. It's like,
not 100. Yo, listen, 100%. And the main thing with me is the Lakers, regardless of how LeBron, AD are, and Russell are meshing together, they still have a big problem, and that's spacing. I mean, last night, I think they shot like 9-4. Let me double check. Check. They went 8 for 29, so that's under 30%. In a playoff setting, I think teams are just going to sit here and clog the paint. They're not going to respect guys like Lonnie Walker out there, and they're just going to be able to just keep them from outside the paint and keep AD and LeBron James from dominating in the paint. And that's something that they're going to have to battle through the playoffs, and I don't think that they can win like that.
Right.
And that's the only reason I don't believe in them.
Mars, do you trade Russell Westbrook at this moment in time right now?
I'm still, if that Indiana Pacers trade is on the table, I'm still taking it. Whether or not it is because Indiana looked better than most people expected, that's a different story. But if you can get Buddy Hield and Miles Turner for Russell Westbrook, I think that overall helps the team with AD playing like this. That's probably your best chance of having a long playoff run. Not to say that Russell Westbrook is the reason they won't have a long playoff run, because I'm not trying to blame Russ for why this team isn't going to work. But that whole unit with AD, Miles Turner, Buddy Hield, LeBron, Lonnie Walker, Austin Reeves, it's just an overall better fit. And I think that would make more sense.
I agree with that.
Indoor Voices with the super chat. Lakers too top heavy. Need to trade Russ and Pat Bev for some wings. Russ playing great, but this team won't progress until they move him for depth. All right. Thank you for the super chats. I want to talk about these NBA trophies. Before we get to that, shout out to our sponsor of today's show, Lucra. If you have not yet checked out the Lucra app, make sure you click the link in the top of the chat if you are here live on the YouTube. Otherwise, in the link in the description, follow the link in the description below. Use code PlayersChoice. I think you get like $10 for signing up and then $5 more for using the code. So Go get 15 free Lucre bucks and send us some contests. All right, NBA trophies. These are the new NBA trophies that they announced yesterday. So let's get to the MVP one last because I want to talk about that one the most. Defensive Player of the Year, that is the Hakeem Olajuwon Trophy. Rookie of the Year, that's the Wilt Chamberlain Trophy. Sixth Man of the Year, the John Havlicek Trophy. Most Improved Player, the George Mikan Trophy, and Clutch Player of the Year, the Jerry West Trophy. I actually kind of want to talk about the Clutch Player of the Year too. Like,
yeah, that's weird.
What does that even mean?
Does Kobe have an award? Does Kobe have
Kobe has the
All-Star
All-Star Game MVP.
All-Star Game MVP.
Fuck the All-Star Game MVP.
I agree.
He should have the clutch. He should have the clutch.
I get you on that one.
He should have the
All-Star Game MVP. It's still love because he got that before any of these was dished out.
Yeah.
So if they didn't show Kobe love right away, he probably would have got the clutch player. But they showed him love.
If Jerry West can get the logo and
thank you, Mars.
Kobe Bryant can get an award and an All-Star Game MVP.
Thank you, Mars.
My thing is now I'm not a crazy fan of the All-Star Game. I think it's kind of bogus. Like it got a little better these past couple years.
Hate the All-Star Game.
But the thing about it is like the clutch thing. That's a corny award. I wouldn't want that. Anyway.
You just give that to Damian Lillard every year.
Hey, like
there
clutch,
you go.
I
Move it on.
wouldn't want like Kobe could.
Is that award going to be voted on? Like, are people going to vote for them?
What else are they going to do with it?
I
think media
led
vote
the
for it.
league in clutch points or something. They were just
why the fuck? Wait.
Scoring title.
What's wrong with the George Mikan
one?
Why were you tripping off the George Mikan?
Nah, George Mikan one I was fine with. I actually like George Mikan. It was just a John Havlicek I didn't know.
That one I think should go to.
What is that to like about George
Manu
Michael?
Ginobili award.
Why is George Michael getting the most improved
No,
player
Lou
award?
Williams. Actually,
'Cause you
Manu
ever-
Ginobili makes sense,
Because
but
George Michael came into the league, leading the league in scoring. What did he improve?
Mars. So I read a little bit
I
on
didn't
it.
know that. I didn't know
No,
that.
I read a little bit on it, and you know, if you train basketball and you know basketball and things of that nature, George Mikan has it. Yeah, George Mikan
Yeah, I
has a
know
drill
Yeah,
that
it's doing layups with both hands.
yeah, and so the George
Yeah,
Mikan
it teaches a lot. It helps.
Yeah, it's an
That's
amazing.
fine.
So they,
Oh,
I'm
so they're
saying,
saying it
yeah,
improves your game.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
correlated his drill to you improving and being in the lab and working on your game.
And that Mike and drill,
Okay.
I know a lot of people think it looks goofy or corny, but that really helps your game, especially if you're practicing keeping the ball high.
So it's
catching
not
out the
actually
rim, going
based
straight
on
up.
him being a most improved player on the court, if that makes sense.
It's based on it's based off the workouts named
How
after
he-
him to improve
okay,
your game.
okay.
But
Yes.
then
That's heat.
who would you correlate a most improved player to? Would you give it to the person who had the biggest gap in improvement? Because that's kind of weird and hard to do as well. Because it's like
Probably gonna be
So,
honest.
Kobe Bryant.
Giannis or Kobe were going to be my most improved players.
Yeah. And I think and people are saying it like for the sixth man of the year, it needs to be Jamal Crawford. I'm sorry.
Or Lou Williams. That's what immediately when I saw six man and they
got-
renamed, I was like,
I was waiting, Ron. That's why. I mean, Jay. That's why I got mad. I was waiting for this about to be Jamal Crawford. Motherfucker said John Havlicek. I mean, and John Havlicek was good in his time, but Jesus Christ, like
Dub, let's not do this
Like,
shit
come
today.
on,
No,
bro.
John
We
Havlicek
not
was
do this
great
shit
in his
today.
time. I just
We
don't
we
know
all
how
we all know how
often he
cold.
I
came
said he
Jamal
was
Crawford
great. I said he was great in his time. What are you talking about? Let's not do this
the
shit. I said he was great.
The last thing I would ever do is disrespect Jamal Crawford. But that brother ain't getting no award named after him when you can name it after John Havlicek. Like
What?
I mean, I would have named it after Manu
Come on.
Ginobili before I named it after John Havlicek.
Manu Ginobili. Honestly, you're right.
Jamal's
Nah,
still
Mars-
that guy. Like, I fuck
Mars
with
got
Jamal.
it. Nah, Mars got it. It needs to be Manu Ginobili. Needs to be Manu or Jamal, not
Well,
John.
that's what I said. I said Manu, but I mean,
I think the
but-
awards just have to be named after who won the award the most times. That just
Right.
makes the most sense.
it's John Havlicek, isn't it? He got like
The award-
8, doesn't
I
he?
don't
Or he got
think- I don't
how
think
many
the
does he
award
got?
I don't think the award existed with him.
I know he came
He has
off the
8
bench for 6 of those. He came off the bench for like 6 of those championships.
he's one
didn't
of
he?
those black and
5 or
white
6?
pictures,
I'm pretty sure he was off the bench.
black and
quite
white
a lot.
photos. Shout out to Gabe.
He
But
is
they got to
exactly
do it
like
to
that
preserve
guy.
the history of the game because we got youngsters today that just still disrespect the history of basketball. So
We
just,
gave
you
him
know,
George
just-
Michael. We gave him
just to-
George
just-
Michael.
Just to
I
remind.
wasn't mad. I was mad at it. We
there was
wasn't mad at
there was
George
people- There was
Michael.
people playing basketball before that they were born. So you got to remind people sometimes.
73-74 Finals MVP, John Havlicek. Fire.
I'm not mad at John Havlicek. I think he's done enough to deserve the award, and bro, that's that.
I do think he's historically underrated, but
Be-
he's still not. I wouldn't give him the award name.
Before we discuss the MVP
11-time
trophy,
All NBA, 11-time All NBA. JD just said the Finals MVP, 13-time All Star. He do got 8 championships, 8 All Defensive selections.
We gave him George Michael. We don't need to give him John Havlicek.
Hey,
Manu.
John
100%.
defined what it means to be the ultimate sixth man with his leadership and stellar play, serving the utmost example of effectively scoring.
Are you
Hold on. And stellar play,
I gotta mute you, Dub. God damn, that was nuts.
Now, like I said, John defined what it meant to be the ultimate sixth man with his leadership and stellar play, serving as the utmost example of effectively starring in a role for the betterment of his team.
See, this is what happened. This is what I talk about. The old heads just be fucking gassing shit. Jesus Christ. He's saying leadership, but if we go towards their narrative, Bill Russell is the leadership role on why they went, not fucking John Havlicek.
I mean, he
Yeah,
got a
John
Finals
Havlicek was
MVP.
there on the kind of the back end.
Yeah, the back end. He was on the
He-
I
back
he
guess
got a
maybe
Finals
in the
MVP.
70s. Yeah, but Bill Russell was 5 years removed at that point.
Look, though, is it anybody that's got a sixth man of the year and Finals MVP?
John Havlicek doesn't.
Never
Never won the
six
award.
man
Did,
around?
Manu,
Yeah,
Manu Ginobili got robbed in 2005. Otherwise, he'd have that. But it's
Big facts.
Okay.
All right, before we talk about the
I
MVP,
can't-
the name of the MVP trophy, I have some names of trophies that I would like to propose for the NBA to use, maybe next season. I don't know, maybe in 10 seasons. You guys think about it, but you guys can take
Talk
these
to me,
ideas
Brady.
for free. All right, we're going to
to me.
start with
Talk
the
to me.
Scottie Pippen trophy. This goes for the best second option in the NBA.
Mm.
The Rasheed Wallace Trophy for the player who receives the most texts.
No, wait, no, that should be Ron Artest.
I think Karl Malone, and then Rasheed Wallace, or someone else, and then Rasheed Wallace. Oh, Charles Barkley, but I don't like naming it after Charles Barkley. Rasheed Wallace just has that ring to it.
It gotta be
They tried to
Rasheed.
ruin Rasheed's career.
Rasheed's number 3 all time in text.
Okay.
And Rasheed got the best text too.
This is my favorite trophy. This is my favorite trophy right here. The Bob Cousy Trophy for the player with the least amount of left-handed dribbles in the season.
Fire.
The
Fire. Like, that's fire.
The Ben Wallace Trophy for the player with the worst free throw percentage in the season. And actually, this might be my favorite. Maybe it's my second favorite. The James Harden Trophy goes to the player who had the great regular season and disappeared in the playoffs.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I love that one.
Imagine
That's
winning that
crazy.
trophy. That's
You guys-
tragic.
You guys have any names of trophies you would like to propose?
No, nobody say nothing about that Ben Wallace winner. Tiki gonna kick this door down. Rip this room apart.
I do, for what it's worth, I do agree with Ticket that it should be him or Dikembe, who are the defensive player of the
Instead
year.
of Hakeem.
Yeah, just because they won it the most, even though I think Hakeem's a better defender than both of them. I just don't get Nate. He won it. I think Hakeem won it once or twice. Like,
But see, that's that. I mean, and once again, I know it sounds crazy because this is an accolade, but how, you know what? That's kind of funny when you think about it. How this is an accolade, but what they did instead of going by accolades, they went by who was actually the best defender. So,
JD, I think you see what I see.
that's crazy.
I think this is the perfect time to do something that I was meant to do. For all you guys know, last night, if you watched the panel, there was a man up there that wanted to pull up receipts. And last night was so funny. Last night was so funny because that man proved everything that I talk about him, the lying hypocrite that he is. So since we're doing receipts, actually I have some things to show everybody. Just to show the liar that people are.
Now you're more fluent.
Fluent, you're always welcome to come join too, by the way.
Bro, these receipts crazy.
Fluent
Do you
jump
guys
on.
hear this? Do you guys hear this or no?
I don't hear anything yet. Turn it up.
Do you hear it?
It's so
Very
quiet, bro.
quiet.
It's so
no,
quiet.
what are we doing? No, what are we doing?
It's tough.
No way.
See,
Play
it's
it, though.
all-
We might be
it's
able to
all about
hear it.
Preparation.
Y'all don't hear it, right?
Nah, we can't hear it.
Oh my God, this is insane.
Well, they have the timestamp in the name of the show. They could go find it, at least.
Fluent, you might have
Hey,
got
listen.
saved, buddy.
You definitely did get saved, bro. Wow, that's
my
crazy.
God.
I'm not gonna sit here and do that. Let me figure this out. Because this is insane.
Just play the audio on your phone.
I'll play it on my phone. Here we go. Give me a second. Talk about something else. Because this is very sad. This is wow. I did not want this to happen.
Ron, you got any trophy propositions?
Nah, I liked everything, honestly. I like literally every single trophy.
I think. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
The Bob
Nah.
Cousy Award is the best.
I think they should do a joint award. They should do an award like 2 awards, and they call it like the Luka / Draymond Award for the biggest crybaby.
Okay.
For the biggest crybaby.
Yeah, Luka and Draymond.
all of Golden State were crying yesterday to the rest. We got a million texts. It was crazy.
They got a lot of trophies
Oh,
that they just.
You ready,
implemented,
Dub? You doing it? You going?
Don't die on that hill.
Oh wait.
This year, no, it did not. It makes him the most productive player. That doesn't
Who had
make
a better
him the best
season?
player.
Who had a better season?
Of course, it's Cooper Cup, and we cannot deny that. That's
There you
numbers.
go.
That's a
There you
productive
go.
base. But
That's
you're
right.
saying the best wide receiver, you have to look at everything, not
The
just
best
production alone.
player in every sport is the one who produces the
So
most.
then Bradley Bill, right? To your eyes, he was a better scorer than Kevin Durant when he's putting up 30 points in back-to-back seasons.
If he put up more points on a consistent basis, then yes, he's a better scorer for that time. For that time period,
Don't
yes.
die on that hill. No,
I
do not
know,
die
I
on
will
that
die.
hill.
I will
There's not.
Let me ask you
no
a question.
point in
Let me
time
ask-
that
I always ask you the
that
same
Bill was
question.
better than
I
KD.
always ask you the same question. Hold on. Who's the better scorer? And the easy answer is, and the truth is, the guy who scores the most points. Period. I don't care how you do it. If you score the most, let me ask you a question. Who's the best team? The team that wins the most games and the team that wins the championship. Does it matter how they got there? No,
you just dumped it down completely.
All right, so let me ask you this.
Then we started talking about football.
Explain the context though, because I don't know
The context was we was arguing about Cooper Kupp, who's the best wide receiver, right?
Okay.
So then what he said was the guy who produces the more is the better player. So then I asked you, I said, so then when Bradley Beal scored more points than Kevin Durant, is he a better scorer? He said yes. And then he even reiterated the point, emphasized the point even further. Whoever scores the most points is better, period. Then there's actually another video I'll get right back to.
Can Fluent come up and defend this take?
Who, him?
Yeah, can he come up right now and defend this take?
Who, him? He can if he wants to. But
all right, let's pull him in.
Wait. There's actually more. All
right, hold on, Fluent.
Give me 1 second.
Hey, just when y'all thought we was gonna have a normal PC episode, let me go ahead and kick.
Let's derail it. Why not?
Yeah, we're gonna derail.
Fluent coming up. I'm gonna sit back and learn something. Somebody up there can finally teach me something, man.
So again, proving that he's just a liar because nobody asked him a question. All we did was ask for clarification on how he felt about something.
I want to get her a gift shop, actually.
But then there was another one.
You playing an ad right now, bro?
Yeah, because that's what happens when I'm loading up these videos.
Go get a YouTube Premium.
How much does that cost? Nice.
In the UK, like £12, I think.
So when he bringing out all the receipts on you, hope you can defend yourself today.
Here we go. Yes, he's a better scorer. He put up more points. Did he put up more points? Hold on. I'm out. You said I thought he was a better scorer than KD. I didn't say. I said if he was scoring 30 and that's more than KD, he is. So yes, if he was averaging more points than KD, of course he's a better.
Just because you average more points than you
hypothetical. Yeah, if you average more points, you're the better scorer.
That's what happened. So yeah, Bill was a better scorer.
All right. Fluent.
Oh man,
Wait, cut order. Wait, because OG the Beast was even getting on him. OG the Beast.
All right, let him come up. Let him come up so we can.
You can bring him. You can bring him.
All right, cut the audio. We're gonna bring Fluent up so we can try and understand what is going on here. Hello, Fluent.
I want to be very, very clear. That I did not bully myself onto this show.
Yeah, no, you did not.
I was asked to come on because all he did by playing those clips was prove exactly what I was saying. Even the thing about OG the Beast. OG the Beast said, so you think Beal is a better scorer than KD? You're crazy. Now you're more fluent. No, I never said Beal was more. Because, again, I always say Dub always tries to put in names. And I said generically, if a player scores more points than another player with no other context or efficiency, nothing, just more points, then that person who scored more is a better scorer. Yes, if I score 30 points a game and you score 20 points a game, I'm a better scorer than you, period. Now,
so
add in names. You
so that
add
applies to Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant.
Yeah. So wait, Fluent, and this is why I say you're lying again because we just played it all.
You just played it,
you
yeah.
Didn't
I
say that.
Even with the Beal thing,
you didn't say that.
Hold on.
Wait, time out. Time out for a second because no, time out because you're saying that you said something. You're saying that you said something that you just didn't say. So you're lying.
No, I'm not.
Because none of those words that they're saying never came out your mouth.
They even heard it. I said if he scored more points, even with Beal and KD, I said if he scored more points for that time period, yes, he was a better scorer.
And that's wrong.
Yeah.
So I have a question because I don't know what context you guys were talking in for that clip. If it was for that season or if it was you're looking at them all time, right? Because I would see how
I'm clarifying it.
He's trying to ignore. It wasn't about those two players. It was about people in general. It was about scoring in general. Actually, it was about Cooper Kupp because I said Cooper Kupp last year, the year that he had, he was the best wide receiver in the game because he produced the most, period. Just so you know, for those that watch Gridiron, Dub has now agreed that is true, and I was wrong about Cooper
No,
Cup.
I did not. What are you talking about?
Multiple times.
What are you
Huh?
talking? Fluent. Now
Dub,
Fluent
you
is
agree?
now Fluent is lying again. Like you're
Dude,
just a
you're
liar.
proven
I
wrong
said
to
Cooper.
call
I
a
never
liar.
said. I never said Cooper Cup was the best wide receiver. That name never came out of my mouth. So you're just lying again. I said I was probably too harsh on Cooper Cup, but I did consider him a top 5 guy. So
Okay,
again,
so you want me to
so
go back
again,
to
so again, Fluent. No, wait. You're
Let's say
lying.
you're wrong.
No,
Want me
Fluent.
to
You're
prove it?
lying
No, they
again.
exist.
Again, Fluent. You're just lying, and that's just
Oh,
who
okay.
you are. You are a liar. That's what you're doing. Now there's even more. Wait, there's even more. And Jay, the criteria was Bradley Beal in the seasons where he scored 30 points more than Kevin Durant. Who was a better scorer? Fluent jumped off the cliff and said Bradley Beal.
Over Tyreek Hill? That's what I'm right. What's you talking about?
Oh
Hey,
shit! Oh my bad.
Everybody love everybody. Once I just like
So Fluent. As I said again, and then when we started talking with OG the Beast, you even jumped off another cliff and said that Isaiah Thomas was even a better scorer than Kevin Durant because of what? Because he scored more points. He scored more points than him, so he's a better scorer. Then, after we were making fun of you for so long about how crazy that sounded, then you started changing the criteria, making up lies, saying, "Oh, you asked me this question, so then I answered it this way." No, we're going off of the criteria that you put for us.
The
You said out the conversation started with Cooper Cup. The conversation started with Cooper Cup.
Cooper Cup.
Yes. So then I asked you for clarification. I said, yo, so when Bradley Beal scored more points than Kevin Durant, was he a better scorer? And you said yes.
Yes. And I still stand by that.
Then let it go. You
I'm
sound
not the one
crazy.
You're the one
Dude, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand what you're doing.
You're trying to find something.
Fluent, I don't think you understand what's going on, which is crazy to me. Which is crazy to me.
You have Fluent. You're trying to find
no, it's not finding on nothing. Fluent. Do you understand? Wait, take Fluent. Take your own personal feelings of what you think I have and just listen to what you said. You literally said Bradley Beal was a better scorer. You just did it right now. Whoever scored more, and that's what I said. Wait, Fluent. No, that's not. Whoever scored more is a better scorer. That's what you just said. There wasn't no extra layers to it.
Yes.
Oh wait, Dub, is your problem that he said
the conversation started? Hold on.
The problem is I don't like lies.
Started with this, just like last year. Cooper Kupp was the best wide receiver. Why? Because he had the most receptions, the most yards, the most touchdowns. Period. End of discussion. It's not about talent or skill. It's who does the most on the field. So when your only criteria is who's the better scorer, who scored more, if that's the only thing you're looking at, yes, he was the better scorer. Now, we all know in reality, that's not the truth. We have to look at efficiency and versatility.
So now you're changing it up.
No,
now you're changing it up because that's not what it was. Wait. Okay, wait. Let's go for what you always said.
But I've always said. Now, much like everyone can agree who's on this panel, when you're trying to have a conversation with you, you start yelling and screaming and you can't finish your point. So not every point gets brought out every single time. Look, you're giving poor Mark a headache. He's going to leave you on never been in a gym. You're going to have to
Fluent. This is the part that's so hilarious. This is the part that's so hilarious about this. Is the fact that you're just continually changing what you said.
No, I've said the exact same thing.
No, you have not. No, you have not.
Luna said the exact same thing 10 straight times. They hear it. You're the only one who doesn't want to hear it.
All right, let's do this because I really want to talk about this MVP award.
Wait, Jay.
Oh, you can kick me off too, I guess.
No. And then you pulled up a dumbass reach. You want to talk about reaching? You pulled up a dumbass reach about a TikTok that I made, thinking that I said Stephen A. Smith couldn't talk about sports because he didn't play it.
No.
That was dumb.
No right to have a what you said and what the clip says exactly is he has no right to make a top 10 list, unlike you, who comes from a wrestling and boxing background. And
are you serious, Fluent? When did you could even pull the clip up now? That's not what I said. So again, you're just lying.
No, it's not what you said.
Go pull it up. It's for free.
Pull it up. We want the clip.
I have it right here. Wait.
We want the clip.
I mean, it's one of the most. See, I don't even know why ESPN is even doing shit like this. Stephen A. Smith is not a guy I think should have a right to rank fighters.
Mhm.
Me,
He should never rank the right fighters. That's exactly what you said.
I am familiar
yeah,
with
it
the
was.
sport. Although I don't keep up enough with the news and what's going on in the boxing and MMA world in order for me to have actual valid takes on that. But John Jones should undoubtedly be the best fighter of all time.
So
So
yeah, I
did he
did
not
say that.
say he doesn't have
No,
the right?
I did say that. I did say that. I did
Okay,
say that.
okay.
But it wasn't. But hold on, fluent. It wasn't for the reasons that you was talking about, though. It wasn't for the reason that you was talking about. You said that I said that he couldn't talk about because he never played or fought in the fucking sport.
He said he
which
doesn't
was
have a
lie.
right, and unlike
I said
you,
that he does, and then I
talking
didn't.
about-
I
you
didn't
implied-
provide.
you
I
implied-
didn't.
you
No, I
implied.
did not. I did not imply that. All I said was I stated an opinion, and then I gave my own background to provide a
love the chat.
statement in
Love
which I
the
talked
chat.
about.
Shot it himself.
All right, hey,
No,
we're
bro.
doing this. We're doing this. We're moving on from this. Can we please, on this show, please, can we do a little virtual handshake to move on from all this, please? I'm so tired of listening to this every week.
Virtual middle
Look,
fingers
JD,
to each other.
JD.
Yeah, and then move on. That's fine too.
JD, this is why they say you have the right to remain silent, because sometimes you overtalk and you incriminate yourself. Sometimes
Listen, bro.
I'm not talking about just you, though. I'm talking about everybody in the world. So when they, sometimes it's best to just let things go. Don't talk about it. Be quiet, because we do not want to incriminate ourselves.
All right. Let's agree today on December 14th, 2022. We're moving on from bringing this shit up. Moving on. Keeping it to MVP. MVP talk. All right. Let's finish this. Fluent, are you sticking around with us?
Hey, if you guys want, sure.
It's up to you. We're on good time.
I got nothing to do for an hour.
All right. MVP trophy is renamed. Well, named. Renamed? What was it? The Kia Performance NBA MVP or something like that?
Named.
I think so.
The Michael Jordan Trophy. So the MVP trophy has now been named after Michael Jordan, causing very interesting responses, at least on Twitter. I haven't really watched anything like on sports shows or anything what they've talked about this, but MJ fans are going crazy about this. Look it. They've clarified MJ's the GOAT because he has the MVP trophy, making LeBron James fans cry. It is a very interesting thing, the NBA doing this, but I am curious to hear your guys' thoughts because I have mine, but I would like to be swayed, I suppose. Mars, let's start with you.
Kareem has 6, MJ has 5. The MVP award should be named after the person who won the MVP award more times than anyone else won the MVP awards. Kareem should have the awards.
Do you think that for every award then? So
Yes, I think Ben Wallace and Dikembe should be the Defensive Player of the Year. I think Jamal Crawford or Lou Williams should be the 6th Man of the Year. Rookie of the Year, I guess whoever had the best rookie season ever. So Wilt Chamberlain, sure. The Most Improved Player, I get why they gave it to George Mikan now, so I'm not going to argue with that. And then what's the other one? The Clutch Player of the Year. I don't even know what that means.
That one's weird.
Who's the clutch player?
I can go back.
Jerry West.
I can go back and reread the clutch players.
Maybe because he has the most 20, 30, and 40-point games in the finals. Maybe.
But he only got one
if you
ring,
say
though,
it
right?
like that.
Well, we don't.
I saw someone say Jerry West wasn't clutch because he's 1-8 in the finals.
These are regular season awards, right? So technically, playoffs wouldn't matter.
Wouldn't make a difference, yeah.
Hey, what are those playoff awards again? So because you got the Western Conference MVP and the Eastern Conference MVP.
Western Conference
MVP. That's Magic and
Bird.
Bird.
Yeah,
Magic and Bird.
And then Bill Russell's the Finals MVP.
So everybody, and let me clarify.
Everybody. Sorry, Ron. Can I ask Mars a question then? Because I didn't hear him complain about the MVP, the Finals MVP award.
Oh, we've already talked about this.
I mean, yeah,
we talked about this when they brought this.
If you wanted to change the Finals MVP to MJ because it didn't exist with Bill Russell, I wouldn't care. Like the same reason, the Defensive Player of the Year should be called the Bill Russell Award technically, but it didn't exist when he played, so that's why I wouldn't care about Ben Wallace and Dikembe Mutombo. It's also why the 6th Man of the Year to me shouldn't be John Havlicek because it didn't exist. So if you wanted to change the Finals MVP to MJ, I wouldn't complain about that because it didn't exist with Bill Russell.
I think that's cool, Mars. I think that would be even better. To put the Finals MVP as MJ and the regular MVP as Kareem. I think that
makes perfect sense.
But I guess
Bill Russell just died, so they're not going to.
Yeah, they had to honor.
I also think they're trying to kind of respect the past,
honor the history of the game
because those guys didn't have that award. They didn't have that award, so who knows how many Who knows how many they would have won?
Well, isn't Bill Russell's always the guy that's always in the championship room whenever the teams win it. So that's probably another reason why the award's named after him. He was always a guy that was always handing the trophies over to the guys who won.
that's
I remember.
true.
Yeah,
That's true.
So
yeah.
it's
When
like
you
it
put
had-
it
I didn't even think about
when you
that.
put it in that perspective, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it would have to be Bill Russell doing that. He's always been connected to championships.
Wait, but how do you guys? Because I
Maybe they
Go ahead.
added MVP, regular season and finals MVP together. That's why Jordan. I know it's a
Nah,
regular
nah.
season award, but
season.
You know how hard it would be for somebody to win that, like
no, I'm
consistently.
saying maybe that's why they gave it to him is because he has the most combined MVPs.
Oh.
Oh,
Who,
come
Bill?
on. Oh yeah, okay.
No,
Okay.
I mean,
Jordan,
yo,
he has
as a
11
Kareem
combined
fan-
MVPs.
As a Kareem fan, I'm not debating that Jordan shouldn't get the MVP award because it's Michael Jordan.
He got
it's
nothing.
no argument. It's no argument that needs to be made. And then on top of that, Michael Jordan, he's a little more just recognizable. He has a lot more flair to his name. It's Jordan. It's just Jordan. So to acknowledge the MVP of the league, which is essentially the best player that season, with the Michael Jordan trophy, I think that gives you the most and the utmost praise that you can possibly get for the season.
Do you think the NBA is pushing the agenda, putting that stamp on MJ as being the greatest player of all time by doing this? That's how I feel about it.
They didn't
No,
give any
accolades-
current
Propaganda.
Accolades
Yeah,
don't
you
make you the
can't-
greatest player. So no.
I mean, they couldn't have gave it to LeBron. He's still playing. You know, you can't.
Yeah,
you
they
can't
didn't
do
give
that.
any current players awards. Like,
You can't.
Yeah,
I'm sure
that'd be
soon enough
crazy.
I'm sure soon enough they'll name the 3-point trophy after Steph
I'm
Curry.
not gonna hold
Did
you.
you hear what
The
Evan
winner of the LeBron James Award, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I'm not gonna hold you though. No, I'm not gonna hold you. If George Mikan wasn't like the most improved player award, I would definitely name it after Giannis.
Did you guys see this? From
Nah,
Evan
I
Turner?
Hold
seen
on,
it,
let
I
me
didn't
put
read
you.
it, though.
Hold on.
If we
I'll
never
just
have
read it to you.
Oh, no
Evan Turner
bubble
said,
MVP
if
again.
we ever have a bubble championship again, then that specific trophy should be named after LeBron James.
I got you. Give me a second. Boom. Put it up. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that is.
crazy.
Oh no. What the heck?
Hello.
My bad. That was
Hello.
crazy.
Too far.
Is that
Whoops.
disrespectful? Is that
I think
disrespectful?
that's rude. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's not. No, that's probably.
Is he
That's
showing? Is
not
he showing
disrespectful.
love?
That's a joke. That's a
Yeah, I
joke.
think
That
it's
is a joke. That
Yeah,
is a
it's a
joke.
I'm sure it's a joke.
He might be just showing love.
All right.
He's definitely trolling. He's definitely trolling.
I want to. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say because I don't think he means it like that. He's just fucking around.
That would be hilarious if he was dead serious. I want to get to our Luca.
You can play like that about Kevin Durant though.
What?
I'm saying LeBron could take a joke. You can't say that about KD. You know, if you said that about KD, it'll be some shit right there.
Let's get to our Lucra wager of the week. Something we were unable to get to on Monday because somebody decided to end the stream early. Last week, the wager of the week was Embiid versus AD in points. We were on the side of AD. Embiid scored 38 in that matchup. AD scored 31, so it was close. But no cigar for player's choice. If you took Embiid, congratulations. This week, Ron, would you like to give us the wager of the week?
Absolutely. We have none other than the MVP frontrunner, Luka Doncic.
Luka Doncic.
But we'll give you guys Luka because who I'm taking this week is none other than the man, the myth, the legend himself, Dame Dollar. Damian Lillard will outscore Luka Doncic.
That's this Friday.
On Friday.
Also, probably front runner for the Jerry West Trophy every year, year in and year out. So,
How are they even going to decide that?
bro, who knows? It's gonna be interesting.
I hate that trophy. I don't like that trophy.
The most-
Last season, DeMar DeRozan would have won it.
Bro, they just gave
Yeah.
Jerry West a trophy because of all the shit from that show that he was getting all that flack for. They're like, we
You
gotta
already
do
got the
something.
logo, JD.
I know, but
Exactly. He
it's
gets a logo
another
and a
thing,
award.
bro. It's
Crazy.
like I don't know. All right, let's talk
let's
about.
act like Jerry West isn't a great though. Like Jerry West deserves all the praise and love he gets.
But he's the logo, so it's like
Sure.
Yeah.
he's the
I agree
logo.
with you.
Fluent
I
Jr.
think
got him
that-
10th all time.
Yo,
Let's
So hold up right quick, JD, because I'm gonna read off what they said that the trophy will exemplify.
Yes, please do.
Oh, you're gonna read this shit? I can't believe this.
The Kia MVP Clutch Player of the Year, with its recipient receiving the Jerry West Trophy. Voted on by a media panel based on nominations from NBA head coaches, the award will honor the NBA player who best comes through for his teammates in the clutch.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
No more insight.
got it right.
I don't know.
The GM of the year should go to Jerry West. That should be the Jerry West award.
I like that.
He came through for being 1-7 in the finals.
Hey,
1-8.
What's the
1-8.
coach of the year award? Is that named after somebody?
It's probably gonna be Phil.
Yeah, because Greg Popovich don't want to retire.
Probably named after Red
It'll be the Red Arbach award.
That'll probably be Red Arbach.
Yeah, Red Arbach.
Yeah, I don't
But
think it
GM
has it.
The GM should be Jerry West. That should be the Jerry West award.
GM, you said GM.
GM, yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
LeBron award.
Yeah,
What about Jerry Krause?
You have to have a winning record.
they should come up with
Krause, lady?
I'm trolling.
a players coach award and give it to and name it after LeBron. Players coach and GM.
We got some super chats, starting with Stan601. On my ticket stuff, Rob Pelinka is terrible. He living off the deal Magic setup and off working for Kobe. He cannot build a team. Tough. Nathaniel.
Can I ask that? Because I think oh my God, I think some of these guys kind of like give them a bad rep because Kobe Bryant retired in 2016, right? That was his last year. So, like, they were still hindered because they had Kobe Bryant on the contract, and they really couldn't do anything because they were trying their best to look out for Kobe. So then after Kobe Bryant, it only took 1 or 2 seasons to get promising people like Lonzo, Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Kyle Kuzma. And then after Kobe Bryant, then they made a trade to get LeBron James, and now they're competing for titles. So I just don't understand why they're getting so much hate, because after they looked out for Kobe, got him paid, and then after he retired, they got promising help in the next 2 or 3 seasons, and then after that, they made the trades necessary to be a title contending team.
It's the last 2 seasons, the Russell Westbrook trade, and they're blaming Rob Pelinka for it. Rob
Pelinka didn't make a trade to bring LeBron. LeBron decided to come to LA as a free agent, so he had nothing to do with that decision.
It was the AD trade. Yeah.
LeBron decided he wanted to go to LA. He doesn't get credit for that.
Okay, so LeBron built the Lakers. So yeah, I understand that aspect, but still, they still had the pieces necessary to be a championship team.
It's because it's the Lakers.
That's
all it's about, though, because it's the Lakers. So anytime the Lakers are doing bad, like the Lakers, it's just like now, the Lakers just won a championship. But if the Lakers are bad, bro, that's the biggest news because it's the Lakers. So, you know, that's why if you're the GM of the Lakers and you have 2 bad seasons, and bad is a relative word depending on who you're a fan. Like for me, you know, I'm a Kings fan, so I'm like, oh, Lakers are dope, you know, like so.
My whole thing is right.
Brendan, hold on. Didn't Rob Pelinka come in after Ball and Ingram and Kuzma and all those guys and Julius Randle?
Yeah, he came. Lonzo Lonzo was in his second year,
17, right?
Yeah.
So he didn't even bring in those guys. All he did was sit there. LeBron said, "I'm coming. Get me AD." He traded everybody for AD, and they won a chip. Like that, he did nothing. Really.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah, you're really realistic. He did nothing. So then why is all of this blame on him if we just all acknowledge the fact this is mainly LeBron?
No one praised Rob Pelinka for when they won the championship. And now he listens to LeBron again, gets Russell Westbrook, and they're blaming Rob Pelinka for the fact that the team's trash.
Like if you listen to a player, because he listened, I guess the blame, as a Laker fan, I'll tell you, the blame for Pelinka is that he listened and he let a player make a decision. Like bring in Russell Westbrook, which we all knew. Like everybody knows. You don't have to know basketball to know that's a bad pairing of Westbrook and LeBron. You don't have to know anything about basketball. And he allowed that to happen. Players shouldn't make that decision. Just go back to the Bulls days. Jordan didn't want them to trade Oakley for Bill Cartwright, but they did it, and it was the right move. I don't think he wanted Pippen. It was the right move. Sometimes it doesn't matter what the player wants. You got to do what's best for the team.
I feel what you're saying with that, but like this is a different animal in LeBron though. Like we all know this. No, what? He got people fired. He was trying to get my coach fired. Eric Spoelstra. He was a great coach. So like this is a whole different animal.
So,
with LeBron.
social
This is a
media
different-
era. He's going to put out some
different
dirt.
animal with LeBron
The league
James,
is
bro.
different now.
Yeah,
The
okay.
league- there's not many like
fair.
Miami's like one of the last teams where I'd say they don't fold to their stars. Most teams, if their star says they want something, they're gonna try and do that.
Hey, Ron. D, the original, said PC Awards would be fired. Do you think we would name the host of the year award after me?
Probably Haley. Right for it.
Okay. All right.
That's hilarious.
Nathaniel Aguabor, I apologize if I butchered that. Nathaniel said Evan Mobley is a glorified Marcus Camby.
Is that supposed to be an insult?
That's so nasty.
That's a fact.
Oh,
No, it's
my
not.
God.
Dub. No, it's
supposed to
not.
be an insult?
No, it's not. Marcus Camby was
Marcus Camby
I
was
like
nice.
Marcus Camby though. I did like Marcus Camby.
Marcus Camby was a little bit more than nice. Marcus Camby was dope for a very long. Well, I'm not gonna say very long time, but for quite some time, Marcus Camby was a problem.
So I don't know if he meant that as an insult or as praise.
No, he
but-
absolutely meant it as an insult. But the thing about it is, Evan Mobley does have a little bit of more potential, I think, than Marcus Camby has, because Evan Mobley really has superstar potential. But
Amor
even with that
Camby.
being said, you know what? When they say aim for the stars, if not you'll land on the moon, or aim for the moon, if not you'll land in the stars. So if he can be a superstar, great. But if he doesn't, the worst he'll be is Marcus Camby. That's a fucking good career. That's no insult at all.
Yeah. I think that's
don't know
amazing.
no better.
At worst, he could be Marcus Camby because people understand like this is roles right now. You feel me? You already got Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell taking the scoring and playmaking role. So Evan Mobley, I mean, on the offensive end, he doesn't have to do as much. So he's going to focus mainly on the defensive end. So these guys expecting the superstar effort when you got guys like D. Mitch coming to fray, who is arguably the best shooting guard in the league. Darius Garland is taking a tremendous stride to being a top point guard in the league. Like, what more do you want this guy to do? Because if he tries to do more, he could fuck up the team or whatever they have going on.
There's nothing wrong with being a role player or playing a role on a team. Everybody wants everybody to be a superstar. They can't. They can't.
Yeah.
You need role players.
Ask Mars how happy he would be if James Wiseman just played his damn role for the Warriors. He'd be much happier than him trying to be posting up. He'd be much happy. Yeah, he'd be ecstatic.
So a while ago, what I said a couple of episodes ago, like y'all don't sleep on Evan Mobley. I'm standing by that. 7, 8, maybe 10 seasons from now, we're gonna be talking about Evan Mobley amongst those great power forwards.
You know what? That is
honestly
another
think so.
thing. That is another thing to keep in mind. Don't look at the exceptions like Luka. Most players take 5 years to get to like who they are, and bigs take a couple years longer. So
it's like JT,
and then having those other guys like D. Mitch, Garland. That's actually a good thing for Evan Mobley. It kind of depends on the front office and bigger staff on what they can do with him.
Mm-hmm.
But having those other guys like D. Mitch and even big fella, I'm blanking. Jared Allen. Having him there, bro, like to have a power forward and a center that are both beast on the glass. They both play defense, bro. That's so underrated. So
That's
Evan
luxury
Mobley is gonna have time right now to be able to mold himself into a guy. Now I'm gonna say this name, and y'all don't lose your mind, but like a Tim Duncan type player where it's not all on you, but you can be a great. And I think Evan Mobley is gonna live up to that standard.
To go off
I'm not saying he's not gonna be Tim Duncan. I'm not saying that, but I think we can start having that conversation in 4 or 5, maybe 6 years.
To go
about him being great, not Tim Duncan.
To go off a fluent point, I mean Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum was a guy who came in playing with a Kyrie, playing with Kemba, playing with Gordon Hayward, Jaylen Brown, and he had to fulfill a role first. It's not that he didn't have the capabilities of being a guy sooner. It's just he had to play a role first. And then when those guys exited, what's happening? Now he took a bigger step. Now he's a better player. Now he's arguably top 5 player in the league right now because of opportunity.
For sure.
Go through the list of all-time greats. How many of them came into the league great? The number's small. The number is small. Most of them needed some time to kind of figure it out. So there's no problem with that.
Speaking of Jason Tatum, it might be a little off topic. Forgive me. I want to ask y'all a question because I know a lot of people think I was hating on Jason with what I was saying about Jalen. But I want to give Jason a little love right here because I know, like I said, when Jimmy Butler comes around, when Kawhi comes around, a couple other guys, when they come around, he kind of looks a little scared. But what is it about LeBron James that makes Jason Tatum really turn up?
He knows he's better.
It's a challenge. It's a challenge.
Like, what is it like? And I like that. I like
in 2019, he knew he was better than LeBron.
No, it's 2018. Like there was no pressure on him in 2018.
You know what moment
were
I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, when he dunked on him and that.
Yeah.
But there was no pressure that time. That was Kyrie was out, Gordon Hayward was out. They were just playing free. Like they weren't. I mean, I guess you could say they were expected to win, but Jason Tatum didn't feel any pressure to live up to matching LeBron because he was still the rookie. Now I was never in on this disappearability thing with Jason Tatum. I just think he had a couple bad games at inopportune times. But last night didn't surprise me. Jason Tatum played within himself like Jason Tatum, and he had a great game against LeBron. I don't put too much stock in these marquee matchups where I'm like, I don't raise you higher because you have a great game against LeBron, or I don't lower you more because you had a bad game against Kawhi. Because it's the regular season, so it's not really going to move me that much. And in the playoffs, I think Jason Tatum showed me, like, look at that game 6 against the Bucks. Closeout game, they were down 3-2, right? And he has like 46. And he out-jewels Giannis, who has like 44 and 20 in that game. Like, he's shown me in the big moments he can step up. So I don't put too much stuff.
I need to hear next week from Ticket, because he said if Tatum has a bad game and the Celtics lose, he's out of his top 10. And I said, well, what if he plays great and the Celtics win? And 44 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists in 44 minutes, and the Celtics win? I'd say that's pretty great. Does that make sense?
I don't want to miss opportunity to praise Jaylen Brown too, because the thing I said most importantly is not that Jason folds. What I think is most important that is when Jason plays good, Jaylen always comes and has his back and has a good game as well. When Jaylen plays great, I can't say the same for Jason. So I just want to make sure I show that love.
Yo, and last night Jaylen Brown had 25. We won't talk about it because JT had 44. But Jaylen Brown had, like Fluent just said, Jaylen Brown had 25 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals.
I hate this.
And 3 steals.
I hate when you have 2 guys on the same team that are like generally like similar to each other. Because now it's when they both are playing at a high level, who's better than who, and it's annoying. And I think, in my opinion, Jason Tatum's better, and there's the reason why the Celtics lean on him for that. But there's no disrespect to Jaylen Brown. Like, I don't know why it's disrespect to say that Jason Tatum's just a better player than
it's no disrespect.
Tatum is better, but I think the gap between him and Jaylen Brown is closer than people think or thought of in the past. I think people look at Jason Tatum as the better player and they discredit how good Jaylen Brown is, and you can't do that either. But Jason Tatum is better, absolutely.
Speaking of Jaylen Brown, Bobby, you're gonna love this because you're gonna say that they underrated him. The Ringer put out a top 20 players list an hour ago. Jaylen Brown was at 20.
Oh no,
who's above him?
This is who's above him. I'm going to go down from 20, so 19, 18, 17,
He's better than Trey, so get him out of here.
Trey was 19. Dame at 18. I think Dame is underrated on this list. Donovan Mitchell at 17.
Jalen's better than Donovan, too.
Jimmy Butler at 16. Zion Williamson at 15. Siakam at 14. Paul George at 13. Shea at 12. Devin Booker at 11, Ja at 10, Braun at 9, AD at 8, Embiid at 7, Tatum at 6, Durant at 5, Luka at 4, Jokic at 3, Steph at 2, Giannis at 1.
That might be the most perfect.
Yeah, why are you watching the show then if it's so ass? You could just.
I like that. I saw Pascal Siakam above Zion Williamson. I like that.
There's a lot of dick sucking in the chat, but you feel me?
Hey, we gotta watch the language.
Hey, you know what? I'm happy you're here because yesterday somebody said something about Van Fleet to New Orleans, and I think you said like, oh yeah, get him out of here. We were like,
take him. Yeah.
I was wondering, is that like possible? And is there any way that maybe a 3-team deal gets worked out and Shea ends up in Toronto?
That would be the perfect scenario. But you think OKC, like, what are they're going to want a lot for him right now. But Shea would be he'd be the right type of guard for that Toronto team. And because he's from here, it would make a lot of sense. Yeah. And I think Fred gives New Orleans the point guard experience, been to the finals, leadership that they're missing. That's the one piece that worries me about the Pels is that guy. And yeah, Fred would be perfect for them.
Wait. You're talking about a 3-team trade with the Pels the Raptors and Oklahoma City.
Okay, see, yeah.
You said, oh, okay. I think Shea would be. I think that's exactly who they missing though. Toronto. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not confident on Pascal Siakam being the best player on your team and then consistently making it out of the playoff series. So having
Well,
Shea there,
At best, Pascal has to be 1B. I'd like him to be 2, but for them to be successful, like deep playoff runs, he needs to be 1B. He can't be.
I agree. Yeah. I don't think Shea's going anywhere until they see him with Chet. I think.
I don't see him going either. But you never know.
I know we got past the talking about Evan Mobley, but it made me realize that the Mavs and the Cavs play tonight.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I wanted to put a Luka wager up, Christian Wood against Evan Mobley, because I think that Christian Wood's going to outscore Evan Mobley. Assuming they're both playing, because last time I did this, apparently, who was it? Someone wasn't playing on the Pels or something. Or Devin Booker or something wasn't playing.
Devin Booker, yeah.
So
that's a tough one, Jay.
give me Christian Wood over Evan Mobley. You guys could send the contest to Players' Choice on the Luka app right now. Make sure you use code Players' Choice. Let's talk about this, Mars. The new NBA MVP rankings have come out the other day. Zion is currently at 6. So I wanted to get your guys' opinion on this, and then I have to ask Mars a question.
6 sounds about right. Depending on the 5 above him. Actually, I think he should be higher than 6. I think he should be in the top 5. You got Jokic, Giannis, Tatum, and then there should probably be Zion. That's not in order, by the way, but that should be the top 4. I don't know who else would. Like, Luka and Steph just are not winning games. It's hard to be in the top 5 when your team's at 500. So, I think Zion should be higher than 6, in my opinion.
6? What do you mean 6? 6
in the MVP race.
He should be higher than 6?
Mm-hmm.
Who's over him?
Who should he be ahead of?
Yeah.
Luka and Steph.
You got Tatum, Giannis, Luka.
He's above Luka. 100% he's above Luka.
Jokic,
Zion?
and Ja.
Yes.
Why?
He's above because Luka is the 9 seed. You can't be above the 1 seed who's playing great when you're the 9 seed. Without a play-in, you wouldn't even have a chance of being in the playoffs if it ended today. Same reason why he's above Steph, who's the 10 seed.
Mm-hmm.
He's not better players than any of these guys, but he should be above them in the MVP race, which is why I think it should be Jokic, Tatum, Zion, Giannis. They should be the top 4. Not in that order, but they should be the top 4
because of team success.
Team success plus how they're playing. You
That's
can't
their
be
criteria.
that. You can't be that low of a seed.
Historically, 9 times out of 10, you have to be a top 4 seed to even win the MVP. So what you're saying makes sense.
The fact that they're playing teams, it doesn't make sense. Wherever KD is, he needs to be higher.
I think KD needs to be over Zion in the MVP race. He's a top 4 seed, and then he's
tied for 7th with Donovan Mitchell.
Who?
Right behind
KD?
Devin Booker.
He's behind Devin Booker.
KD's behind Devin Booker. Devin Booker is 6. Mitchell and Durant are tied at 7. Anthony Davis is 9. Notice to Goat James Kingdom, there's no 8 because there's a tie at 7. Learn some math. And then 10 is...
Where's Embiid?
10. Zion is 10. Am I looking at the old one, JD?
I think so, because what is this from? December 13th. This was from yesterday. The
one I'm looking at right now has KD and Joel Embiid at 10.
Yes, tied.
Yeah.
Which is criminal that they're both at 10.
KD and Joel at 10?
They should both be way higher, in my opinion.
Let me just double check.
I mean, should they? I think Josh should be higher, honestly.
I see Shea at 7, which is that's dumb. He's the 13 seed.
I think they're just showing Shea love. Honestly, I think that is kind of just them putting up there just to acknowledge the fact that he's playing out of his mind right now. But this is also my. I got you, Mars, because I'm with you. But I'm trying to figure it out too. Because
based on their criteria, Ron, no one with a losing record or who's below a 6 seed should even be on the list.
Because that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, what are we doing? Are we doing who's playing the best right now, or are we doing the best player on the best team?
And this is why
it needs to be like a clear.
This is why I say the NBA has been shifting their argument ever since Giannis was just getting those MVPs, because he was always going to be on one of the best teams and just dominate the same type of way. They got tired of voting for his ass, so now they're just changing the criteria to whichever way they see fit, which is annoying. Kevin Durant being so fucking low is honestly a disgrace. I don't understand. He
KD
should be
just
top 4.
flying under the radar for everyone. Like,
Let me give KD some well deserved, and very few times do I do this, some love. KD, who I thought was going to take a step back this year, is playing fantastic. He is carrying that team through in like crazy turmoil, and he's got them at the 4 seed. Absolutely, he should be in your top 5 MVP conversation. And I hate on KD a lot for a lot of other things, but in this particular scenario, yes, he's not getting anywhere near the amount of love he used to be getting.
I want to clarify. So the rankings that I was looking at where they had Zion at 6, that was from Bleacher Report. So there is the NBA Kia MVP ladder too. So here's the Bleacher Report one. So tied for 10th is KD and Joel Embiid. 9th, Donovan Mitchell. 8th, Ja Morant. 7th, Shea. 6th, Zion. 5, Jokic. 4, Giannis. 3, Tatum. 2, Steph. 1, Lucas. So the Kia NBA MVP ladder goes as follows. Number 1, Jason Tatum. This was updated on the 10th, so 4 days ago, by the way.
Okay,
I have one from the 11th. Do you have that one?
No. Read that for me.
That's the one I was looking at.
Okay, read that for me.
All right, so that one you want me reverse order?
Whatever order you're looking at it. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'll do it. Okay, then regular. Tatum at 1, Giannis at 2, Luka at 3, Jokic at 4, Morant at 5. Then you got Devin Booker at 6, Mitchell and Durant tied at 7, Anthony Davis at 9, Zion at 10.
Zion has to be higher.
That list is stupid. That list is stupid. You said Steph was 4?
No, he's not even.
Steph wasn't even on there.
He's not even on.
Okay, then it follows their criteria of record.
Yeah, well, this is the one. This is the Kia MVP. This is the voters that actually will make the decision. So this is more accurate for them.
Luka over Jokic. I mean, I guess it's because Jokic has won 2 in a row. It doesn't make sense. Like,
because Jokic's team is better than
Luka
Doncic.
Jay, do you have the current one? Jay, do you have the current one? Or no?
That's the most current one.
That's the most current. And Jokic shouldn't be even on the list because he's not getting it a third time.
Yeah, he's not going to win.
He's not going.
Like how well
just
he's
think about the
Yeah. So I brought that up to bring this up, Mars, because you have a very controversial take on Zion Williamson, saying there are 40 players better than Zion Williamson currently in the NBA right now. It's getting a lot of attention. People are very upset about it. They think that it's bonkers. So I want to give you the opportunity, if you wanted to walk this take back.
Or properly ranked.
I never said there was 40 players better than Zion. Because people keep telling me I said that. I didn't. I don't know why the title of the video is 40 players better than Zion. What happened was yesterday I said
20. Jay, you're an asshole. You're such an asshole.
I'm gonna explain this to everyone who just read the title. To everyone who just read the title and ran with it. When we were speaking about that, I said I don't think Zion is as high as everyone seems to believe. I didn't have a list that went as far down to find Zion. Then I said I think he's fringe top 40 or 50. Then I went through my head and I said I don't have a list on my mind, but I know for sure he's not top 30. And then I went through a list in my head and I went through as many names as I could until I got to Zion. I got to about 35 names. I never said he wasn't a top 40 player because I never had a list. And when I made the list, I got to about 35 names. I was wrong about the 35 names. I've said that about 7 times already. People keep asking me about top 40 when I never said that. I was wrong about the fact that he wasn't a top 30 player. I still don't think he's a top 20 player. I said that on the panel yesterday. And I went through a list of 20 names of people who I think are just easily better than Zion Williamson at basketball. So if you want to tell me that I was wrong about Zion not top 40, first of all, just watch the video. I actually never said he wasn't top 40. I said he wasn't top 30. And I was wrong about that, which I'm saying openly now. And I've said ultimately many times, he's not a top 20 player to me. I was wrong about top 30. You can stop asking me about it because I've said it 10 times. And it's not me well, I guess you could say it's me walking back something. But if I'm wrong about something, I'm not just going to stand on it for the sake of standing on it. That would be dumb. So if I believe I'm wrong about something, I'll say I'm wrong. But to me, he's a top 25-ish player. He's not a top 20 player, but he is a top 30 player, and I was wrong.
Couple questions for you, Morris.
Mm-hmm.
Do you when people do come up here and say that Zion's top 10? Remember, I was saying Zion top 15 last episode. Mm-hmm. I'm damn near gonna say he's pushing top 10 right now. But if I was to come up here and say Zion's top 10, would you be able to understand why I say he's top 10, even though he's not in your top 20?
I'd understand because I'd assume you're just saying he's playing. There's not 10 players playing better than him right now, which I agree with. So if that's how, if you do your rankings based on like Ticket does it, it's just basically power rankings. Whoever's playing the best, the list is that fluid. It changes damn near every week. Based on that, Zion is playing top 10. Like there's not 10 players playing better than Zion at the moment. I don't rank like that, which is why he's not that high. If I did, he'd be top 10. But
how do you rank?
It's like it's based
Ranks
on
like
what
me,
you've
Flo.
it's based on what you've done like previously in the past, how you're playing this season. And it, like if you're hurt, like for example, James Harden last season was hurt. He didn't fall off a cliff in my rankings. He fell a little bit, but he didn't fall mightily all the way out of the top 20. Damian Lillard similar, Anthony Davis similar because I thought they were hurt. Based on how much you've shown me previously, I give you more leeway. So players like James Harden have shown me a lot. You get more leeway than a player like, for example, if Ja Morant fell off a cliff this year, he wouldn't get as much leeway as James Harden got because he hadn't shown me the consistency that he had shown me. So you get less leeway based on how much you've shown me previously. And like, for example, Donovan Mitchell's playing better than LeBron James this season. It's going to take more than him playing better than LeBron James this season for me to say he's better than LeBron James. So
it's always kind of like an all-time-ish kind of.
It's like it's what have you done for me lately? What have you done for me previously? And then do I think what you're doing is sustainable? So like it depends on the player how much you can move up and down in a season. If I see clear improvement, or if I see that you just got in a better situation, or if I see you're just making a bunch of threes that I don't think is going to sustain, and you're just having a hot streak, you're not going to move up for me that much. So
a rookie has no shot of cracking your top 5 because he's shown you nothing in the past, and just because he's playing like a top 5 player, too bad, right?
Yeah, it'd be very hard. I can't imagine a rookie coming in.
Victor Wembanyama next year, Mars. This is going to be very fun to look back on.
What do you know? Greatest prospect ever.
I wonder how he would have ranked like Magic in his rookie year or Victor next year. You're right. If he comes in and he's I don't think he's going to be as good as everyone thinks, but if he does, you're not going to give him any love.
I mean,
there can be exceptions. Like if you, it could happen. I don't think since I've been ranking players that there's been a rookie who's come in and was top 5 since I can remember. So, I mean,
it only happened a few times. You got Magic,
Tim Duncan,
Tim Duncan, where it's like they came in and played at such a high level. I was like, damn, these guys.
LeBron was not a top 5.
Well, Bron didn't. Not his rookie year.
Yeah. Luka wasn't top 5 his rookie year.
Still not.
Murray, shut up.
Yeah, Luka wasn't. Luka was an all-star caliber player. Like when he came into the league, in my opinion, like he showed me that. But it's hard to, with the top 5 I have now, it's hard to say a rookie's going to come in and be clearly better than those guys by such a degree that what he's done in the past is irrelevant.
This is a good segue because I wanted to bring up the Kawhi take because you have Kawhi out of your top 10, and in our group chat was going nuts the other day with Kawhi closing out a game. I wanted to ask a question because I don't really remember. This is kind of a trying to get you moment, so I'll just preface with that. Last year, did you have Jimmy Butler in your top 10?
Who?
Jimmy Butler, you.
Oh.
Top 10 players in the NBA.
No.
All right. Never mind. So you have Kawhi Leonard. I just wanted to know.
What is this?
I just wanted to know. You have Kawhi Leonard. You had him as a top 10 player. You had a top 10 player. I'll walk that back quickly. You had a guy who was in your top 10 last year, Kawhi Leonard. He's out of your top 10 this year, but he's coming. When he is playing at a very high level. I mean, that's my personal opinion. You might think differently. Yeah. But I want to revisit that as well. Does anyone here have Kawhi in their top 10 right now?
No. Like Mark says, bro.
I do.
I'm not ranking Kawhi. Like, it's not that Kawhi is not top 10. I'm just not going to rank him.
You have him in your top 5, Ron?
The Claw.
In your top 5?
Why not?
Ron, that's what I don't get. You can't, like, for me, in my brain, you can't have Zion as high as you have him and then say Kawhi's top 5. That contradicts itself. To me,
as long as Kawhi can walk, he's top 5.
But hold on, Mars, can you tell me what's the contradiction?
Because the way I understand it, because I'm not as high on Zion as you are. The way I understand, in my brain, you're ranking Zion very highly because of what he's been doing recently. In my head, which is you said top 15, I think. You have Kawhi top 5 because of what he's shown you in the past and not what he's doing this season.
Kawhi just beat the Celtics. He just beat the Celtics and had 25, 9, and 6. The number 1 team in the league, and he closed them out.
Game is enough.
Wait, because it's not
Clippers beat the Celtics. Kawhi beat the Celtics.
Hold on, because Kawhi he still is getting healthy, so he hasn't played as much this year as we would have liked him to play. Okay,
he's played 9 games.
He's played 9 games.
13, 5, and 6.
Absolutely.
He's just getting started though, Fluent.
You're ranking Kawhi off of what he's done in the past, which I think is perfectly fine.
I was about to say,
then
you do that as well.
Yeah. That's what it makes sense why you have Kawhi in such high regard, because I have healthy Kawhi in my top 7-ish.
Oh, damn.
But then you have Zion Williamson very high because of what he's showing you recently. And
Zion is partially from what he's done in the past as well. When Zion was able to play, he dominated. And that's why I had the take that I said coming into the year, like, you guys act like Zion Williamson is not a problem. Zion, when he plays, he's dominant. He shoots 60% when he's on the floor. That one year, it was a small sample size. I think it was like 18 games. He averaged 27 and 7. When Zion's on the floor and healthy, which he showed us in the past, he will come on the floor and destroy NBA teams. And what do you know? Lo and behold, he's healthy. And what is he doing? Terrorizing every single team that he plays against. And so that's why I have Zion.
I think Kawhi is healthy enough to play.
The last time I watched him play, he looked healthy.
The last 5 games, he has played 4 of the last 5 games, and he has been super inconsistent. Super inconsistent, meaning 46, 26, 38, and 83 from the field. Averaging teens. Like, he's not, if he's healthy and he's playing like this, that's not a top 5 player.
He's knocking the rust off though. He's just getting back in the flow of the game. Like,
so we gotta wait.
We all know that.
But Bobby,
I'm just not going to rank him.
Hold on, I didn't even get to finish getting it off. Though.
Go ahead, Bobby.
It's like we all know when he was hurt, so he didn't play last year. Okay, we got that out of the way. He's getting back into the flow of things. It's not like he's just gonna consistently stay like this. You got to give the guy some time to warm up. We all, well, okay, I'm gonna speak for myself. I know that when Kawhi is healthy, he's top 5, top 3 if you ask me. So why would that change? If he's healthy now, obviously he's not back to form yet, but it takes guys a little bit. Some guys, like for instance, like Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is better offensively than Kawhi Leonard. So it's easier for a guy like Kevin Durant to bounce back a little faster than Kawhi. Kawhi's going to take, and I personally think that he's healthy now. I think that they're just planning on getting into it slowly, so they can finish the back half of the season strong.
I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but the guy has had one good game. One good game since his return. One.
I agree.
And we want to put him top 10 or top 5. You need to your point, let him knock the rust off. Let him put a week together of consistent games. Because if it was anybody else and you looked at what he did over the last week, you'd be like, nah.
Well, everybody else ain't Kawhi though, Fluent.
But we see
Bobby.
I'm drafting off potential.
Bobby, no, you can't do that because
there's no way you're drafting. You're not drafted for Kawhi Leonard. You're not trading for Kawhi Leonard right now. Hell no.
I'm gonna be very well if I'm the GM.
Well, then you should go run the Knicks because that's how good of a GM you're going to be.
Hey, but
I want Kawhi.
He wants to run the Kings.
Hey, look. That's why I'm not in anybody's front office.
Bobby, you gotta look at it like there's a guy in Deshaun Watson that just came
I don't know him, but I like him. Sorry, go ahead.
There's a guy in
That's
Deshaun
Big Ox
Watson.
Bob.
Yeah, Big Ox Bob is elite. Deshaun Watson just came back a couple weeks ago, and not a lot of people are ranking him top 10 or top 5 right
Well,
now.
why?
Even though
Why?
because he hasn't strung him out that amount of
It's
games.
because of the happy endings. That's the only reason.
It's not, because we need to see these guys being able to
Somebody
perform
say
at a
happy
high
ending?
level. Michael Thomas, a guy in the NFL, he was gone for a long time. People don't even rank him now because we haven't seen him on the field enough.
But that's football,
Kawhi
bro.
Leonard,
Football's a completely
it's the
different sport.
same thing. Kawhi
No,
Leonard
it's
has
not. Let's keep. It's
Kawhi.
not the
No,
same
let me
thing,
tell
Doug.
you how it's the same thing. We cannot just sit here and go off of the belief or the faith, because that's all it is. Just faith that he's just going to be exactly
That's
who
a
he was
completely
before,
different
because we have to
sport,
see.
Doug.
Ooh, this is very interesting,
you
because this
talking
is the
about?
point that I was arguing against Mars the other week.
Like you can't.
It's the same. It's the same concept. If we haven't seen,
it's not the same concept.
if
because
we
it's
haven't seen
different
a guy, if we haven't seen a guy for an extended period of amount of time, we need to sit here and see if they're still able to do what they did before.
I agree with you. I agree with you to a certain extent, but at the same time, I can't. Correlate that with football. It's not the same sport. Some football players aren't. Basketball is a contact sport, but it's not like football.
Do you know boxing? Do you know boxing in UFC?
We're talking about basketball, Dub.
But it's two situations that are comparable. Why come you're not trying to understand?
Do you know pickleball?
No,
like the sport doesn't matter. If I don't fight, if I'm Floyd Mayweather, if I'm Deontay Wilder, if I'm Tyson Fury, I don't fight for an extended amount of time. I can't just sit here. I have to go out and prove that I'm the best in the world. I can't just sit here and just have that title already.
But does it not matter that if you're in the gym sparring, if you're
no, because sparring and practicing is way different from fighting.
I'll bring it back to basketball and say this. For me, so Bobby, you have a different ranking system. For me, when you're hurt, you're out. You're out of my rankings. You're out of my rankings, and I don't put you back in until you've come in and shown me what you're capable of doing again. More than one.
That's why I want to ask you guys one question though. Fluent and Dub. Do we not know that laugh right there? Do we not know that when it's time to ball, when playoffs come around, that Kawhi Leonard will be there to perform?
No,
we
don't know that.
But that's the if he's healthy, because what has been Kawhi Leonard's problem in the last 5-6 years? It's if he's healthy. It's always if he's healthy, meaning like he doesn't have a hangnail.
This is what I say, Jay. People just hate to hate.
His feet don't hurt. Like he has to be in perfect 100, and that's rarely ever. And so I can't trust him. And if I can't,
since Kawhi has been Kawhi, he's finished 2 playoff runs. So
that's why I say, Jay, people just hate to hate, bro. If you couldn't understand the analogy that I made,
it's funny though. It is funny though. It is funny though.
It is hilarious.
How do you not understand that football and basketball are the same sport, and you're not going to be able to bounce back in football like you could in basketball? I understand a wide receiver or a running back getting hurt, and then me being like, I don't know. Because you got to go through that whole these cats are 6'5", 300 pounds, bro. Like they're getting
Bobby, because it's the same thing. If it's the same thing, if I'm on a back, if I'm Bobby, stop, Bobby. If I did not sit here and perform for an extended period amount of time, right? I haven't done that for a long time. I can't just sit here and expect everybody to think that I'm still one of the best in the world of doing it. I need to go out and show that I'm capable of doing that.
Listen, my thing. If you were one of the best at what you do, I'm gonna respect you. I'm gonna respect your craft and respect you as a professional to believe that, if you were ever in my top, hold on, Dub. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. You're not trying to hear what I'm saying. You just want to get off your opinion without taking in and soaking up what I'm saying to you.
That's true, Bobby. That's what he does.
Because you're not even trying to listen to me, bro. Think about this though. If you're one of the top in your craft, in your field, I think I owe you the respect to believe that if you're healthy, you're a professional. You're gonna be in the gym. You're gonna be doing your recovery with your training staff. Why would what does your skill just disappear? All of a sudden, you just can't flick your wrist like.
But nobody, Fluent and Mars and myself, we're not sitting here and saying that we don't have the faith that he can do it. We're not sitting here calling him even washed. All we're saying, to call him a top 5 and a top 10 guy, we need to wait in order for him to do that, to show us that he's still on that caliber of level.
Hey, well,
Even though, and I think Mars, and I think, yeah, you're going off of faith.
I'm gonna take a leap of faith.
And I think
that's the difference between me and y'all. I act by faith.
Yo, you guys, chat. You like that seamless transition, subbing Mars out for the legend of winning. We got job interview low, or is this church low? What is this?
About to get
what legend of winning is this?
I'm trying to do a video.
That shirt is fire though.
I'm trying to do a video for the second channel on me being a coach for the Lakers because my goodness, Darvin Ham should be fired after last night.
Okay, I like it.
Darvin Ham, but that was
lost him the game.
Darvin Ham, and he should never kept Westbrook in that long. That was just ridiculous. Look, man,
you know, all the people be saying it's LeBron's fault they lost because he disappeared in overtime. No,
that's part of it. But I mean, him and 80 were tired. They were playing like 40 plus minutes. I can like visibly tell. Look, man, why? Okay, I don't understand this top 10 conversation. Y'all are acting as if like there's like 13 players in the top 10 because that's what it sounds like. Because
there might be.
If you keep putting in like Kawhi and Zion and all these other like if you're putting in Kawhi, that means that James Harden still has to be in the top 10, right?
No,
that doesn't make any sense.
It does to me because Kawhi's better than
was James Harden top 10?
Are you saying that James Harden was never top 10?
He was before, but he's not good. He's not as good as he was.
And so is Kawhi.
I think Kawhi's still good.
Yo, so his 13 points he's averaging this year is that good?
He's like I said, he's still. Maybe you missed that part, love. He got to knock that rust off. Still, he's working on getting the rust off his bones. I just honestly don't think. Honestly don't think that James Harden should be in the top 10 conversation just because the way he plays basketball. It's not really basketball.
What?
Yeah, I mean, that's a tear. That's a tear. What he does is a tear. It's like he thinks it's like a AAU practice or something. You know, it's like that's not really, a very
well.
Good
Kawhi thinks he's on vacation, so I don't understand what's the difference.
I mean, when he's on vacation, he's certainly on vacation. But when he's playing, he plays with winning style of basketball. He plays both ends of the floor. He's, he I mean, when
it was
you
winning.
put him side by side.
It was winning when he was.
Yeah, but you can't. You can't be. You can't be a current top 10 player when you make as many appearances in the ring as The Rock.
Yeah. Right, and that's fair, and I get your argument on that.
Nah, The Rock is top 10. Don't do that. Don't do that. The Rock is still top 10. Huh?
Is he
said what?
Current top 10?
Oh, you say current. Oh,
yeah,
because when he be doing that.
If you only come in once a year, you got to play more.
Hey, I don't care. The Rock's number one, regardless.
Like I just said, though, Fluent, a couple minutes ago, I think they were just taking the beginning of the season kind of light, bringing him on. If they do this shit like where he plays 2 out of every 5 games for the rest of the season, then we could go back and I'll gladly walk this shit back. I don't have no problem with being wrong, but I still feel this way, so I'm not gonna pretend like I don't.
So who's your top 10?
I'm scared to be wrong.
Who's your top 10?
Right now?
Yeah.
DeMontis Sabonis, De'Aaron Fox,
Kevin Huerter. You don't have to
put
it in order.
Wait. Okay. It doesn't have to be in order. And also, let me say this. And now it might seem like we just wasted a lot of time, but if we're talking about today, who's playing the best top 10 today? Or are we talking about who's the best 10 players in the NBA?
Whatever argument you have to where Kawhi's in your top 10.
The best 10 players, because that's the only one that you can go with.
That's the best 10 players, and that's why Kawhi Leonard is one of the best 10 players in the NBA.
So name
my top. Okay, I got you. Give me a second though. I don't want to forget nobody.
I'll help you. Steph Curry, LeBron James.
What's funny? I'm answering your question.
All right, go ahead.
We starting with Kawhi just because I want to make sure I don't forget my man. We got Kawhi. We got Kevin Durant. We got LeBron James. We got Giannis.
Let me get my chill on.
Giannis, Kawhi, LeBron.
You next,
KD.
Ron.
I got you.
Shit.
Joel.
Shit. Yeah. I gotta put that bum in there, I guess.
Oh wow.
Wait, who?
He said Joel is a bum.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Luka.
Well, let me say this too about Joel. I know Joel is one of the top guys. When I say he's a bum, I say he's a bum in comparison to the super tops. Joel's far from a bum for average.
Oh no,
guys.
it's fine.
I can stop Joel from getting 50. You know what I'm saying? So,
no, fine. I know it's fine. So you got 5.
5. So you got Joel, got Jokic.
Steph.
6. My bad. Steph got it. Of course, Steph.
Steph is 7.
Luka.
Steph. Jimmy.
Okay. All right. See ya, Bobby. See ya. Yep. And that concludes today's show. I don't know what Bobby was drinking this morning.
All right, I guess Jimmy hasn't been I mean, how long has Jimmy been in the league? He's been a top guy for. See, that's what I'm saying. I gotta go back to this shit with y'all. Just because Jimmy don't play that cute ass style of basketball that y'all love to watch, all that.
Oh my
God! Bullshit. He gets straight to the point. Y'all like what? We can't. What's wrong with Jimmy?
All right, can you give me two more names? Give me 2 more names.
There's so many good players, man. There's so many good players.
Luka, you didn't say Luka.
I said Luka. I said
No,
Luka.
you didn't. You didn't say Luka.
I swear you didn't.
All right, you got one more name.
DeMontis Sabonis.
Shit, you think I won't, JD? Because
I know you would.
Dame. Oh, I mean, we can go. I'll go Dame or D Book or JT. JT. We can go with any of those guys.
Yeah.
JT
Well, which
should.
one? Which one?
Which doesn't matter. You could pick one of those three.
But that gets to the point where you're saying about the definition that you're giving or how you're assessing top 10 players. It's like 14 of them. So
yes, there is. That's because there's that many good players in the NBA. When you nitpick, it's not. What are you talking about?
Because
the thing about it is right now.
If you actually take off what's actually happening, Kawhi would not be in there. Jimmy Butler would not be in there.
Who's the best players? Who's the best players right now?
Even gauging off of the last 3 years of what I've seen, Kawhi would not be in there. Neither would Jimmy Butler. You're naming players.
The last 3 years, Jimmy Butler wouldn't be in there because what has he not done in the last 3 years?
No.
See, okay, all right, man. Well then,
Kawhi.
I guess
we
we'll
trying
to
to
agree
year and a half.
I can't get on board with none of that shit you're talking about. Jimmy Butler's not in the top 10 for what he's done in the past 5 years.
I said 3.
Okay, past 3. I don't care. It could be the past 2. And Jimmy's not in the top 10.
No, he's not.
What are you talking about? What you been drinking bottomless mimosas today?
He's not.
How was Jimmy not? Why? Because he missed that shot in the playoffs last year. Like, what are you talking about?
No,
now
because,
look, we can say we can get off this Kawhi shit, but I'm not gonna sit here and like listen to this Jimmy Butler disrespect, bro.
It's not disrespect. It's just players that are better.
All right.
Yeah, so, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Miami guy, bro. Jimmy is. If he's top 10, he's barely, but I don't even think I will put him in my top 10.
Jimmy's been French top 10. But my thing is,
you saying that doesn't sway my argument at all.
Bobby, Jimmy Butler hasn't done anything in the last 3 years to put him in the top 10. AD's been better.
He was in people's top 10 last year.
Luka, and I don't know why. Luka's been better.
It's so crazy how easily y'all forget.
If you want to say a postseason run that translated to a conference finals appearance, then I'm not mad at that. I am not mad at that. But I'm not gonna break it down to because Jimmy don't need that. Jimmy's balling and he been balling. So y'all know what I mean. Huh?
He's been balling like for the past 3 seasons, past 4 seasons, past 5 seasons, whatever you want to say. Like I'm not got to break it down to this one just so because he doesn't need that. It's no way that guys like Jimmy. I mean, I understand. Y'all just want to see that. Y'all just want to see that cute shit.
No, but I think Jimmy. But I think Jimmy's been in a lot of people's either 10 or borderline top 10 for the last couple of years after that finals, like the bubble finals run. People started to pay attention to Jimmy. I said, not saying.
No, he wasn't. Trust me, I was battling with people about Paul George being better than him. He was in a lot of people's 15 to 16, 17.
There's another guy, Paul George.
He just entered top 10 last season after the postseason run.
All right,
last year. Wait. You saying last year Jimmy just entered top 10 on the postseason?
Last year, and I know this for a fact. Last year was when I seen that it was accepted to put Jimmy Butler at number 10.
And you said that that's a fact that it was acceptable.
Based off of what I've seen, it is a fact that after the postseason run, Jimmy went from top 15 to 16, 17 to top 10. That's just. And I was the only guy arguing.
Number 10.
Yeah, he was literally number 10. I was the only guy.
Number 10 is still top 10.
But I still wouldn't put him in my top 10. But
you don't got to be number 1 to be in the top 10.
I know, but I still don't think he was. But if he was, like he's saying, he would be literally number 10.
But why not? What is it that Jimmy lacks for you to?
I'm not making the assessment off of a postseason run.
I just think
off of one. No,
I just think
especially the year before we got knocked out in the first round. No.
So you got James Harden in your top 10 over Jimmy?
No, I'm going off of your logic of like assessing
No, go
players.
off of your logic. You got James Harden over?
No, I have
Jimmy
Tatum. I have Giannis. I have what's his name? AD. I have Curry. I have Luka. I have Embiid. I have
Jokic.
Jokic. I say Luka already. Jokic. Like I have like those players. I don't have a player in like Jimmy just wouldn't be in it.
You have three more. That's seven.
Yeah. Thank you, Flo. I would like to hear the last three.
I'll have KD in there as well. I would have
after he got swept because you was talking about Jimmy getting knocked out in the first round,
but right now, after he got swept, he still played. He's playing great right now. He played great in that regular season. He played great in the postseason the year before that. Like it's out of the 5 subsections of a season which we're gauging these players. If he played bad in 4 games, that's just
got 2 more.
Not enough. I got 2 more. I would have D-Book before I would have what's his name?
Jimmy.
Before I would have Jimmy. And if we're gauging it off of like this so far this season, D Mitch.
That's fine.
Okay, but if we're going off this season right now, like I said, my list changes. My list changes.
All right, I don't want to do another list.
Yeah, JD, I know you want to move on, but I just want to say I feel like every list should be like right now. Unless you're doing an all-time list, it should be right now. I don't know how people say over the last 3 years. No, I don't give a shit. Right now,
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I could agree with you.
All right, let's move on. I'm an hour behind Super Chats.
But go ahead, JD.
Black. Hold on. Black Uru strikes with the Super Chat. The is a difference. I think he meant to say there is a difference between the best and most talented. The best is defined by the end result. So if you score the most for a season, you are the best. Marlon with the Super Chat. Hey guys, I just wanted to bring up this topic. I feel like you guys really don't like KD and are against KD at times. KD outside the top 6 right now is emoji. I don't know.
I don't.
KD's outside of the top 5 though.
Nah, I don't. To have KD.
I'm warming up to
it. Have KD out have KD out the top 5 is just recency bias off of what happened in Boston. Last season he was having an MVP caliber season. Everybody was riding him in the beginning of the year, and then he got hurt, and then it all changed. This season,
playoffs matter.
Not playoffs do matter, but I understand that. But to sit here and just because of a Boston series to just knock him out the top 5 is just weird to me. Kevin Durant is showing exactly what he's about. He's scoring. He's probably scoring. He's the best scorer in the NBA. He's showing that he's a valuable defender as well. He's a good playmaker on all aspects of the game of basketball. Like there's not really anything where he's like below average.
Are you taking him to start your team? And I don't know if this is your criteria, but are you taking him to start a team over the kind of consensus top 5, like the Giannis?
Don't take age into account.
So the way I rank, you know the way I rank players. The way I rank players is almost as if I had to take all the teams away and then we had a draft of this year.
Yeah.
And then which player I'm
taking him over Luka, Giannis?
I'll pick him over Luka. I'll pick him over Jokic. I'll pick him over.
Whoa!
I'll pick him over. The only people I have a problem picking him over is Giannis and Steph.
So you have him 3.
You would take him top 3 in the draft?
Top 3, 100%.
We're talking about KD, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's not crazy to say. That's not crazy to say.
Y'all know I don't got much left for KD. I'm definitely taking him before Luka and Jokic.
It's not crazy to say.
But how you feel about that?
Oh my God, that is the dumbest thing. Oh my God, Jesus. Jokic is by far better than him. What are we talking about?
By far is not even by far.
Yes, it is.
No. Especially when we're talking about even when we're talking about even constructing the team. I just think it's easier to build a team around KD than Jokic. Just easier. He could play off of people very well. He's not as much as a defensive liability as Jokic is. So just having KD as the center part of your team is just easier to build around.
I like KD as my number 2, not my number 1.
You said what?
All right.
Jokic isn't going to fold under double teams like he did. Like KD did.
Oh God.
See, this goes to my point. The Boston Celtics series is just a distaste.
It's not just the Boston Celtics. It's happened in 2009 or 2010 was against the Lakers. Happened in 2011 against the Mavericks. It's been happening. 2016 against the Mavericks and Warriors. It's been happening. It's been
And
happening.
they went up 3-1 against the Golden State Warriors, love.
And they blew a lead
They
because
blew a
partially
lead
because of him.
100%.
Partially
And
because
don't get
of
me
him.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's not like we're saying that Kevin Durant doesn't have a weakness. Like, he does have a weakness. And it's part of being the main playmaker of a team is a part of his weakness. The same way that Jokic, a part of his weakness is his defense. So I have to weigh out on which thing I'm going to deal with. I'm going to side with KD because I think his weaknesses is far less to deal with than Jokic.
Give me the guy who can give me 25 and 10 assists.
JD, is it fair to say that a lot of times we take for granted how good these players are, and a lot of times we forget that the margins, like to say that when we talk about the top 15, 20 guys, well, okay, let's say top 10 to 12 guys. When we talk about those guys, it's like nobody is in that group. Nobody is way better than any of them. Like it's pretty close.
I can get on board. I can get on board with that depending on what part of the list we're talking about. So like when it comes to like the 1 through 4, probably. I don't know how arguable 1 through 3 for sure. I don't know how arguable 1 through 3 is. But anywhere from 5 or 6 to 10, I feel like there's some guys who you can for sure interchange around. I'm not mad about that, but
you know what? I'm gonna say 2 through 6. I think 1 is debatably Giannis. And after that,
I'm fine
not
with that.
mad at anybody having the next person at 2, whether it's Joel, Jokic, Steph, KD, or Luka. It could be any of those guys interchangeable, and I won't be mad at you.
I'm not gonna hold you, Steph.
No.
I think Steph is a lock top 3 for me. Steph this year has been remarkable, and I hate Steph.
We know, so it's pretty crazy
him.
to talk about. All right, anyway, let's move off this. And before we move off this, there's 550 of y'all in here, and the math ain't math. And make sure you pay that entry fee to get into these Players' Choice live stream. Hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button if you're brand new to the Players' Choice channel. Lyndon E. Higgy. If this was KD, you'd still be arguing for KD being top 10. People just don't have the same love for Kawhi.
Facts.
Despicable.
Facts.
Trey God.
Despicable is crazy.
This is the craziest
KD
super
plays
chat.
more than Kawhi.
He does.
This is the craziest.
And when he
super
plays,
chat.
he's better.
When KD when he got hurt after the Raptors series, I don't think a lot of people was like ranking him like that.
Nobody was.
I didn't think he was coming back to any high level again.
So people treated KD the same exact way they treated
Exactly.
Kawhi. So that point doesn't make sense.
All right, Trey God. Someone's gonna have to help me with this guy's last name because I don't follow fighting. But Trey God asked, question has nothing to do with basketball, but would you let your mom get in the ring with Francis? Dub. What's his last name?
Naganu.
Ganu?
Naganu. Yep.
Francis Ngannou. For every second she's in there, you get 20K. He followed it up with saying, and he's really trying to take her head off.
My mama got hands.
Nah, bro. She ain't got hands for somebody like him, bro. I promise you.
I'm not letting my mom in the ring with a grown man.
I'm throwing her in. Yep.
Okay. Wait, no. Do you know who he is? Do you know who he is?
He's a grown man.
Yo, wait, Jay. I'm gonna show the. Y'all gonna, I promise you, your jaw is gonna.
That's the Nigerian cat, right?
Listen. Yeah. He's not gonna hit a woman. So you know how much money I'm making?
That's free money. Free money, exactly.
Nah,
he's just chill.
He's trying to. He's saying he's trying to.
That is true. That is true. He did clarify.
I'm
so he's trying to take her
right now.
That's crazy.
Hell no.
Jarrell.
How much do I get if she wins?
It's 20K for every minute she's in there.
No, second
in the ring.
20K per second. You're throwing
her in
second.
There, oh yeah, you're definitely throwing it in there for just 10 seconds.
Her. I'm putting her in. Then.
Hey, check it out.
Look at that.
They gonna be calling me Ron King. That's how I'm promoting the fight.
For all the beats she gave me growing up, yep, she's going right in.
Oh my God, that's
we
crazy.
We got one game plan. I'm whispering in my mama's ear before she get in the ring.
Get this,
bro. Daniel Cormier is one of the best fighters ever, right? Even when they asked him if he would fight him in his prime, he said, "Hell fucking no, I'm not fighting that dude."
Christopher said, "Yo, is there any way I could watch the 1994 finals? You have to go buy a TV from Goodwill, one of those big box TVs, and then you go find a VHS, and you got to roll the tape back. That's how you go watch it." Jarrell sent his top 10.
TV player. I converted the VHS.
You go on YouTube and it's on YouTube.
Yeah, of course.
It's not all the whole game. I don't think every game. YouTube doesn't
Not
the whole game. Yeah.
Jarrell said his top 10: Giannis, Steph, Luka, Jokic, Joel, KD, AD, JT, Dame, SGA. I almost read that as Dame Saga.
I'm about to say, thank goodness. I don't know how you did that, bro.
If SGA has a losing record, would people have him in the top 10?
AD does.
Doesn't he? Oh, he does.
He does
have a
have a-
losing
AD
record.
SGA.
He does have a losing record.
He does have a losing record.
Right.
Like, will people like, and that's why I know, like, at the end of the season, they have a losing record. Would SGA be in the top
They
10?
put AD and LeBron in there, so why not?
God, SGA
Because
was
it's
giving
AD
the
and
Mavs
LeBron,
the
that's why, though.
business
And it's
the other night.
SGA.
Holy
Like,
shit.
are you
And that's
ranking him as an
SGA.
individual,
Doesn't,
or are you ranking your team?
Okay.
I just want to know because I know a lot of people do that. I'm just wondering. I think a lot of people wouldn't put him in the top 10 if his team doesn't make the playoffs or something like that.
Hey man, it's SGA.
Yo, but
man.
then this is my question for everybody up here. Who can you drop right now on OKC and they have a winning record? And I'll say maybe
With
Giannis.
SGA, like SGA stays.
No.
No,
replace him.
replace
Oh, you replace him? Oh,
I'll
yeah,
say
yeah.
Luka and Giannis.
I don't even know if Luka
Maybe.
can do that.
I don't even think Lucas
Oh no,
could
yeah,
save
yeah,
them,
no.
bro.
And I know what you're saying. It's just a curiosity I have for the
I think
Masters.
you could put KD on that team, and they'd have a winning record.
Hell
Yeah.
no.
I don't think so. either.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You put him on OKC.
Why,
he
fool?
be having
Fool, are you
flashbacks.
trolling right now?
Fluent is
I
for
don't
sure
believe-
trolling.
He gonna have PTSD.
Yeah, I'm about to say I know
Fluent-
Fluent
Fluent
don't
is
like him, so I'm like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
going on here?
there's no way.
Give KD some more love.
Absolutely
that-
not.
Is
All
I
right.
don't think it's ridiculous though. I think he provides better defense than
Is that Dell with a Fluent mask on?
Hey, what is
Put KD
what
on
is
any team,
OKC's
they're going to the
record right now,
chip.
JD?
They're going
Would
to the
that be considered whiteface? Is that a thing?
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Let's please
Let's move on.
Let's please move on.
Now you're more delusional.
Bobby, what were you saying?
What is OKC's record right now?
It's 11 and
Same as the-
16.
Same as the Lakers, sadly.
Okay, this comes from
Sadly.
Marlon Hole. I said I told him I would bring this up on the show because it's one of the craziest questions I've ever heard. I was just like so random. He said, if someone averaged 2 points for their career, but those 2 points were game winners, how would he be viewed in the NBA community? And then he said, I'm talking 200 plus game winners.
He would have
Oh,
400
Horry.
points for his career.
I said Robert Horry too, but he said he averages 2 points in his career, but he has 200 plus game winners.
Doesn't Robert Horry average like 3 points? Yeah.
No way.
I'm
There's
not
no
going.
way.
Yeah, we would love him.
I was about to say, would he
whoever
not?
that
Would he
is-
not get signed? Would he not
Yeah,
get
yeah,
signed?
he'll get signed. They'll take him out the whole game. Like, yo, bro,
Yeah.
fourth
Would he
quarter,
not
come
get
in. Just pull up. Just pull
Would
up,
he
bro.
not have like a $5 million deal? Like
He did only average 7 points his career.
The reality is he wouldn't have I know it's a joke, but he wouldn't have a chance to hit that many game winners because if that's what he was doing, he wouldn't be playing at that time. So it just wouldn't happen. It would
Unless-
never,
Unless
Whoever
he
that would have
proved
been,
it.
they would
Unless he
have. Whoever that name would have been, they would have named the award after his ass.
yes,
Fluent.
Oh, the
Fluent.
Clutch Award?
Fluent, here's the deal. If he was somehow in the end of like every game, somehow, and he
I'd be better
hits
to really
like
get
3
defense.
game winners, they might look at that and be like, I don't know, we might want to put this guy in.
he better be good defensively because yeah.
Oh,
no. He's a specialist, like exclusively
Game winners.
just
just
like
cold.
big shot,
Mariano Rivera.
big shot making.
He's Mariano Rivera.
Yes,
He's
for big
just
shot.
Yeah,
Cold.
yeah.
No, he
Mariano
would get
Rivera,
signed.
that's
He
heat.
would get
He
signed.
takes over the nickname Big Shot. That's for sure.
No, people would. No, people
No,
would.
people
sign
would
him.
sign him.
100%.
Yeah.
If they know it's a guarantee,
No, you're,
like,
you're right.
Yeah,
You're-
yeah, exactly. If they know it's a guaranteed make, he's
Yeah,
getting
bro.
signed.
no, that
Dude,
shit would be.
Jeremy Lin had one good week. He got signed for 5 years, dude. So yeah, if you're
Bro,
hitting
what if
That's so nasty.
so what if his percentage of like his game winners was like 90%? You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like
saying.
something
he-
crazy.
He's basically automatic. Yeah,
Right.
Hey, Fluent. I promise you, the Raptors could possibly win a chip if they had him on his team.
That's all they need. You're absolutely right. They have no. We sign him right now.
All right, this
Masai, you listen?
This TD Lil John sent us this on Twitter, so I wanted to bring this up to you guys because I think within the next week or so we're probably going to do a prediction for All Stars of our own. But this is TD Lil John's All-Star game predictions this season. He was curious about what we thought about these predictions. So his East starters are Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell or Jaylen Brown at the shooting guard spot, Jason Tatum at small forward, Giannis at power forward, Embiid at center. The West starters, Luka or Curry at the PG, SGA at shooting guard, small forward at LeBron, power forward Zion, center Jokic. I already am looking at like the shooting guard, and I feel like that's probably going to be Curry if Luka starts at
It'll
PG.
be Luka.
Yeah, because it'll be two guards. It'll be Luka and Curry starting.
But I do believe that SGA makes the All-Star game this season.
But not as a starter though. No.
Yeah, he'll be the
Right.
bench. AD will be over Zion in my opinion.
And it'll probably be probably be Mitchell and Jaylen Brown and no Garland starting.
Jaylen Brown. Yep.
I think if Trae Young cleans up his shooting splits, I think just off of what he done in the past, they'll have Trae Young up there.
Absolutely. Trae Young is absolutely starting. It's no way Trae Young's not starting over Darius.
No, they'll have him up there. If he
way.
cleans
No,
up his shooting splits, they'll have him up there. They would have him up there due to his name.
Whoever sent this, Little John, doesn't realize they're not voting in shooting guard, point guard. They're voting in guard. It'll be Mitchell and Jaylen Brown in the East.
And that's true. That's
Well, I think he was just putting like,
I understand.
This is who would start at this position. I'm sure he's aware of the structure of it. But so it sounds like we have a consensus that it would be Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell, Jaylen Brown, or
hold on.
No. They said Trae Young.
I'm still saying Trae Young. Keep in mind, bro, it's the fans' vote.
It's only 50%. It's only 50%.
Okay, well, I mean, even still, I still think Trae Young gets in there with 27 and 9, and on top of that, I still expect them to play better as well.
So you're thinking Mitchell and Trae?
Yeah,
Mitchell
I mean,
yeah.
No, I think it's gonna be Jaylen Brown and Trae.
No.
Nah.
You guys don't think Jaylen starts over?
Not over Donovan Mitchell. He's having an MVP season.
D-Mitch season is just better than
because after the fans, it's the players, and the players I believe for sure will give D-Mitch a lot of love.
They'll give Trae Young a lot of love too, Lo.
I do, but I mean he's trying to leave out D-Mitch. Now D-Mitch is out of all of these guards, D-Mitch will be. I feel more confident about him.
He's a lot.
I think you're right. Yeah, you convinced me. I think it's Trae and D-Mitch.
Trae Young is he building a great wall of China out here in Atlanta, boy.
He pissing me off too. No, I'm not gonna hold you. He pissing me off too. And
the great wall of Atlanta, boy.
It annoys me. It annoys me because after being in the league for what is this, like his fourth year right now? Fourth or fifth?
Yeah.
I would think that his shot selection would get better, but it's like every year it's just his shot selection is the same.
Well, don't let Ron. Here come Ron.
Y'all know I gotta go to Ron.
You see the deep breath? You see the deep breath? Wait,
Ron.
Ron.
I saw the cake come out quick. He was like,
hey, Ron, hold on.
Boy. That cake came out quick. Boy.
Wait, Ron.
Hey,
Cape flapping.
Dub, I don't think it's gonna get better because I think that's just how he plays, bro. That's just how they play. That's just how they play basketball now. Like those shots. I don't like those shots, but those shots aren't even bad shots, bro. That's just how they play ball now.
Some of it is terrible.
But hold on, no. This is what I'm about to say, and I'm about to give you a couple guys that do the same thing. Now, Trae Young has shot these shots, these same exact shots that we're seeing him shoot. He's shot it his whole career. He's just not making them right now. Now, if Luka wasn't making his shots, we would be saying the same thing about Luka. If Jason Tatum, who is a tough shot taker, but he's also a tough shot maker too. But if he wasn't making his shots, these tough shots that he takes, we will be criticizing him too. Okay. So it's players like that who it's the same thing with Trae. Now he's not making them right now. Yes, I can't. It's nothing I can say about that. He's shooting terribly. He's playing terribly because he's not making his shots. But as the season progresses, once he starts making those shots, we'll be having a different conversation.
So your argument is that if somebody else is doing this, we'll be criticizing them?
No, I mean we know that, but I'm saying that these shots that Trae's shooting, they have went in the past, and I expect them to start going in.
We're almost 30 games in, man.
This is something.
We got a ways to go.
But Ron, this is something I questioned about Trae Young's game, even when he was making those shots. I mean, it's just not a winning brand of basketball. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not gonna say Luka don't be chucking. Luka chucks sometimes too, mainly with the threes. But compared to Trae Young, bro, I've seen Trae Young so many times. As soon as he gets a pick, launch that shit. Like as soon as he gets a pick, gets a little bit, just pull him, bro, consistently. Right, and even in the beginning of the shot clock. On top of that, trying to foul bait way too many times. It's just, it's ridiculous, bro. And he just needs to chill out with that.
Listen, I'm a Trae Young fan.
We know.
I am not a fan of some stupid ass shots he shoots. And on top of that, this year has easily been his worst year in terms of shot selection and decision making as well. He absolutely does need to improve.
Ron, Trae Young is not who you think he is. You
He's
can
not.
get off the train, bro. It's like no one would be upset at you at just getting off at the next stop. Maybe coming over to the Luka Doncic train. We got a nice train going, bro. We're gonna be doing this for the next 16 years. This will be nice. We could be running a Luka train, bro. You want to run this Luka train or what?
All right, I'm cool on any train you talking about, bro.
Hey Ron, man, you gotta hop off, man, quick, man, because this is getting bad. Man.
Pause. What are you talking about hopping off trains and
pause,
stuff?
pause.
No, you got to hop on
doing?
this one though.
Ah.
All right, we're gonna do
Trey wouldn't even blame me. For
2018 NBA redraft. 2018 NBA redraft. I was just looking over this
Who's on the
list,
train?
and this
Is that the
draft
is that the Trae Young?
Oh,
It
what
is.
do you know? Lo and behold.
He will be not. He's not top 3.
How are we doing it,
Well, it depends who gets top 3.
So what I want to do is I want to just briefly take a look at this because there was names on here where I was like, oh wow, and they are way lower than on this board than they're probably gonna be on ours. I would assume.
Definitely not top 3.
And so JD, are we going off who we think is better, or are we just going off of what that team should have took? Now that we know what we know.
Yeah, that. The second part.
However you want to do it, I guess. I
The second
mean,
part. Wait,
I
Lo,
don't
you
know
saying
that
he's
I'd
not
be
a
able
top
to do
three?
it like that.
Wait, Lo, who's the third person? Who you talking about as the third person better than Trey?
I know
Who
who
you
you
think?
think.
Wait, I got one. I got two.
This was a heartbreaker, man. I'm telling
Wait,
you.
am I missing something? Wait.
Did you go down to SGA?
Right.
Yeah. Who's? But then who's getting picked over?
This draft is fire.
I don't see anybody else
Is
that can
this
get
draft
picked over
fire?
Trey.
Jay, Luca,
You don't think so? It's
This
a lot of
draft
talent
is
on
so
here.
heat.
It's a lot of
Anthony
talent on here.
Simons,
Yeah. So at worst, Trey's gonna
This
go
this
three.
draft got a lot of second round.
Jalen Brunson,
Look, Mitchell
Mitchell
Robinson,
Robinson,
Robert
Gary
Williams.
Trent
Yo,
Jr.
why y'all spoiling it? Let the chat figure out as we go. Y'all crazy.
No, I
man.
know. I'm showing you guys so that you guys can all see who's
Host.
in this draft,
Al
and
Host
so
is
where they
crazy.
draft,
Al
where
Host
they got
is
drafted.
crazy.
Are you
Sam
serious?
Al Host,
You
bro.
don't want them to
Sam Al
see
Host.
where they got drafted so we can compare?
No, L host, bro. What is wrong? We
Bro,
do that
I'm-
after.
I'm
Let
pretty
the names
sure-
be a surprise, because then the whole.
I mean, if you want to run the poll and do a little host versus host,
It'll be like, oh, Jalen Brunson was drafted in 2018. I forgot about that. Now that's taken away. L host, man. L host.
oh wow, then they can actually see that Jalen Brunson was drafted in the second round, and now he's going to go in the first round because I'm
It's
drafting.
not the same. It's not the same, man.
JD, are you joining this?
I would love to.
Let's
All
do
right.
it. Let's do it.
It's a lot of solid players, but it's not like a lot of, you know what I'm saying?
Let me go second, chat.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's hard to find like a crazy multitude of talent all in one draft. but
No, for sure.
This draft class was nice. I like this
It's
draft.
sure.
class.
It's solid. It's solid.
All right, I want chat to pick the order here.
Yo,
How we're
make sure
gonna
Ron
do
go get Ron in the top 3 so we can still say some talent for us
Y'all
later.
better not give Ron one.
Well, him number one.
this. Ron's
No.
picking Trae Young, and I don't want Ron
Yes,
to
give
go
him
first.
one.
He gonna fuck up the list. I'm not gonna.
Trey Young with D Book. Oh man, yeah.
Give me a list, chat.
Like
Still no list is
CP3,
crazy.
CP0 rings.
He wasn't on the team yet though. He wasn't on the team yet.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't trade
You
for him.
was
Yep.
so you was
Dub,
so
JD,
you was so
Ron,
trying to get that off that you
Low,
you
Bobby
damn near
up here,
killed
chat.
yourself trying to get that.
Oh, here we go. Ron Dub Low, Bam. I think he meant Bob, and then I'll just put myself last. I always get off of these lists, left off of these lists somehow. We go.
Bam.
I think he meant
Bob?
Bob.
Oh my
All right,
god.
there we go, so that we can keep this order. All right, Ron. Here you go, bozo.
Please do not give me no explanation to why you about
JD.
to sign this man.
JD, you could take Trey off the list. I'm not a bozo.
Ah,
I'm not a bozo. But keep in mind there
So
are
you
certain
finally
teams-
admitted it though.
No. Well, here's the thing: is I never actually said that Trey Young was better than Luka.
Yes, you have. Yes,
look,
you have. You
okay,
fucking
all right,
liar.
Look. Can we
That
take
is
this out
true.
the title? Can we take
That
this
is
out the
true.
title? Can we take this out the title? Can we take this out the title?
Yes.
All right.
That's wild.
So look,
man.
check this out.
Put him on the type zone.
I will walk it back. If I have said Trey Young is better than Luka, I'll walk it back. Luka is better than Trey Young. However, there are certain teams today that I would rather have Trey Young as my point guard than Luka Doncic.
You're lying.
I'm
You're
not
just
I'm
chatting,
not.
dog.
I'm not. It's
Wait,
at
Ron.
least. It's
Wait,
at least.
Ron.
It's at
Wait,
least
Ron.
7-8 teams at least.
Yo, you're wildin', bro. You're wildin'. Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, dog.
Lo gonna be mad at me, but you know I got still give love to Trey. You know this is Shay's first time playing like this. So
You're picking Trey?
I still hey listen, it's the first time we're seeing Shay play like this, so you feel me? I gotta give him that benefit of the doubt. You feel me? Shay's amazing though.
I got SGA.
What team
man.
is
this? SGA. Who cares?
SGA all the way.
So we're just.
I mean, we
drafting
can,
together
but
now.
I mean, these. No, we can, but I mean, these first 3 picks really don't matter.
Yeah, it's gonna start getting very hairy down here.
The 4th pick was Memphis.
It would matter because the number
Memphis.
2. If it does matter because if we wouldn't have picked Marvin Bagley, we definitely wouldn't have picked Trey Young. We already had Aaron
for
Fox,
sure. And you
we
guys would
wouldn't have
definitely have
drafted
taken
Trey.
SGA.
Oh, you're looking at it like
true.
Yeah.
I'm not
we wouldn't have got Trey.
I'm
And
not looking at it
if we
like
wouldn't have
that.
taken it big, we would have probably,
You a
now that we
Kings
know, yeah.
Huge Kings fan.
Big Ox Bob.
Big Ox Bob.
Man. Congrats, man.
Congrats, man.
No, I'm serious. Like they good. They good.
Yeah.
We're on a 6-game road trip right now. It's kicking our ass, but we'll bounce back though.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, so Jay, you're gonna make it so that the players that were drafted are on the right side.
Damn, you asking a lot for him.
What'd you say?
I was gonna say like you was gonna put the names of the guys who were drafted on the right side, like Marvin Bagley, DeAndre Ayton. Never mind.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
You like that? You do it?
Okay. I was like, what the are you talking about?
See,
Shit. Well, probably with the 4.
Maybe
since I'm next,
maybe I should have been the host today.
DeAndre.
Huh.
I think.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah, JD. When you get to it, though, give me DeAndre Ayton.
What am I doing right now? Dude,
I don't know what you're doing.
I'm twisted.
What the fuck?
You really don't have to do what you're doing, but
I fucked you up that bad.
Lo,
Jay.
I'm a W host. You just sit tight there. All right, we have Marvin Bagley, Marvin Lagley because he's an L, Luka Doncic. Actually, it's Luka Doncic because he's a dub. And then we have Jaren Jackson Jr. Okay, who was Bob? Who'd you pick here fourth?
DeAndre Ayton.
DeAndre?
Yeah, was that a bad pick?
No. I'm just looking.
I'm not mad at it. I don't think it's a bad pick. All right, JD.
Ooh wee.
Mo Bamba.
Mohammed.
Ooh, do I do that?
I still can't believe they made a song about him. I never understood that, honestly.
Well, it's overrated player.
I'm going Anthony Simons.
This is a great pick. I got hoes.
Are we doing serpent time or?
It's back on Ron. It's back on Ron.
All right. Man, it's a glaring guy that should probably go right here, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with Mikal Bridges.
That's nice.
I'm not mad at that.
Nah, Mikal's nice.
I'm not mad at that. Last night he was trash, but normally he's straight.
Oh, I'm not gonna draft this guy. I just seen a name that I didn't want to say.
It's 2018. Just letting you know, JD. Trying to stop you from being an L host.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, though.
Bro, I know. He never mutes his shit when he starts coughing and sneezing and shit into the mic. He has no idea that this is an audio platform.
Listen. You put Miles Bridges Tice. What are we talking about, L hosts here? Look at you. Oh, never mind.
Oh!
Yo,
crazy.
Wow, that is crazy.
Watch this too, Dub. I bet
no. You wasting time.
I bet you.
Dub, you wasting time right now.
Bet you didn't know you could do this, Dub.
No.
Look at that W host.
Let me get Jaren Jack. I'll get Jaren Jack.
Let me go with Ooh. I don't don't know because the back problems is a real issue. Let me go Brunson. I'm gonna go Brunson. If it wasn't the back problems, I would have went MPJ. But
if it wasn't for the back problems, boy,
he might be going above Simons.
It's me. I'll go with Robert Williams.
That's another one. That was another solid one. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Robert Williams?
If he's still up there, I will be picking MPJ though. So
I'm looking at like I might pick him right now.
He's not gonna be there.
Yeah, I'm probably taking him right here because
it's a couple of more solid ones though.
I'm gonna grab
not over at MPJ.
All right,
I'm gonna grab Marvin.
What, Ray Spalding? All right, it's on you, Ron.
Let me get Colin Sexton.
This is not a bad redraft. Like, this is probably the best we've ever done. This stretch right here. 11.
Because I'm here.
Okay.
No, I think I'm gonna fuck it up right now. Man.
I'm about to say, and watch how he messes it up.
I think I might fuck.
Yo,
it
you
up.
on the clock? Yo, Dub, you on the clock, man.
Nah, because I
you on the clock. Man. You on the clock.
You know what? Let me get. I like this guy. Let me get Gary Trent.
I'm not too mad about it.
Nah, for sure not. I mean,
Junior.
Like who else?
That's not bad. That's not
Yo,
bad.
the thing I like about this draft, especially up to this point, is all of these guys produce on the teams that they're on right now.
Yeah,
I'm going with Red Velvet himself.
Oh, damn.
That man out there he was shooting it out in Atlanta.
Damn.
Oh shit, my bad, bro. No, I didn't do it. What are you talking about, bro? It started auto typing. My computer just started auto typing. It's got AI control sometimes, you know. So.
No, AD, that's what he wants. That's what he wants. He wants Dante.
Yeah, he wants Dante
I'm
DiVincenzo.
going Red Velvet, man. He out there slinging that thing. Pause.
So, what are you?
That's too low. That's
he in Sacramento.
You on the Kevin Herter train, Lo? Slinging
I
that.
am. Okay. All right.
Red Velvet.
Hey, so let me ask you a question.
Well, that's your type?
Bob, it's on you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, let me ask you a question. Like, I don't even gotta ask that question.
That's your type. It's crazy.
Wait. Go back up. Let me make sure he's not gone. Can you go back up?
Who are you looking for?
Oh yeah, give me Miles Bridges.
Oh shit! Whoa!
I wasn't drafting for obvious reasons.
Hey man, he's fine with the background, man.
I'd have
off the court issues, man. He's okay with that, man.
Hey, but hold on, no.
Yo, Bobby, you are crazy at GM, bro.
Wait, did we? All right. Off court issues all off the board. No off.
It clearly has to be.
Well, yeah, of course. Otherwise,
because he's not even playing basketball. Right
I mean,
now,
he beat the criminal charges though, right? So now he's just waiting to get back. Give him.
Nah, that's
the only thing he beat.
Okay.
Yo, Ron.
Come on, man.
Oh my god.
Also, can you please clarify that you're not making light of that situation, Ron? Please.
If you mean it, Ron.
I'm not making light of that.
Okay, thank you.
Why is that bite? Why was that such a hard pill to swallow? It's like, oh yeah, I guess I'm not.
Because I was gonna say something else, but let's move on.
All right, we're moving on.
Should I take him out of there? Is he eligible for this draft or what?
No, you draft him. That's what you want.
I'm saying, is he eligible for the draft?
You're fine. We're moving on.
Please, let's please move on. Who next?
It's on me. I kind of want to take Diallo here. That's crazy. Hamadou. I like Hamadou Diallo. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Cool though.
Oh man.
We need HR. That's right,
bro. You know what? I'm doing it for the culture. We're going Mo Bamba.
No, don't fuck this up, man.
We're going Mo Bamba for the culture, baby.
No.
Yeah.
4 other cats on here.
So JD messed it up after just praising us to not mess it up.
Mess it up. He just won't mess it up. Pick his running mate. Oh
wait. I have last pick. I don't have to do that.
Oh shit!
I'll take
pick his running mate. Pick his running mate, bro.
You guys don't like Lonnie Walker here? Okay, fine. I'll take him.
Thank you.
Damn, I was about to take him. Now I gotta evaluate everything.
Damn, I was about to take him. Wow.
I'm gonna go with Lonnie Walker.
I was about to say you
No,
gotta
no,
Got
no,
to.
no.
What
Wait.
you mean no?
Did we pick Jalen Brunson already?
Yeah,
Jalen Brunson long gone.
I've been gone.
Oh, I'm tripping. My bad.
Ooh,
It's
this
my
is
pick,
tough. Yeah, Ron.
Yeah, I got Lonnie.
Oh, I'm out. This. Yes.
Oh, you picked Lonnie Walker
Who
Wow.
else? Yeah.
over Jared Vanderbilt?
Damn.
Yeah, yo, Lonnie playing a little better than Jared right now.
Nah, Jared
He
Vanderbilt.
kind of is, but I like Jared Vanderbilt though.
I do
Is that
too.
you're taking?
That's what you saying.
Yeah, I'm taking. Oh yeah. I'm taking him. Yeah.
Damn. That's a good pick.
Yo, this draft is sneaky for
I'm
real.
I'm just doing this.
This
unless-
draft was nice.
Unless someone
This
else
was a
does it,
nice
I
draft.
just know that I'm doing that last.
I'm gonna go with man. Devontae Graham fell off a cliff this year.
Oof. Cliff.
He's a part of Good Guy University.
No, because here's the thing: if he's on another team, is he still ball?
I'm gonna go Bruce Brown.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, okay.
He's playing really good this year.
All right, Bob.
He's playing really
Either
good.
gonna go. So I'm the last one to pick since you got more. I got to take either Grayson Allen or Landry Shamet, I suppose.
How about Javon Carter?
Javon's still there.
Yeah, Javon sneaky. I like Javon. Shit.
What about Moritz Wagner?
Maybe Little Wagner. But,
Absolutely,
not
Lil Wagner.
Yeah,
Devontae-
Franz Wagner would have gone like up and
Yeah.
up here.
Oh, Mitchell
Hold on.
Robinson.
Hold up. Is Marvin Bagley not off the board yet?
Marvin
You seen him
Bagley.
play?
Yeah, Marvin.
Marvin
Bagley,
Bagley's
right?
not even getting
Hey,
drafted.
Wait. Hey, Bobby. It would only be right for you as a Kings fan to Marvin Bagley
to pick Mitchell Robinson,
No, it
so
wouldn't
you
be
can
right.
right your wrongs.
Wait. Why would it
Right
be
your
right?
wrongs, Bob.
Why would it be right if Marvin Bagley was fucking ass for them?
Ron, you know, you saying that just brought back so much like PTSD and anxiety thinking about this shit.
I ain't gonna lie, that's the definition of a bust right there, boy. If we can get the
That
20
is a
names
bust.
before.
I think
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's-
We might be able to
Yeah.
get to 30 names.
Kevin
I
Knox.
was about to
There's
say,
no-
it's
there's no
a
way-
couple other names, but
there's no way I can draft Grayson Allen. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab Mitchell Robinson for sure.
I like Mitchell.
Hey, this was probably one of our best overall drafts when we do it this way, where it's alternating. That's pretty good. Luka Doncic, Trae Young, SGA, DeAndre Ayton, Anthony Simons, Michael Bridges, Triple J, Jalen Brunson, Robert Williams, MPJ, Colin Sexton, Gary Trent, Kevin Herter, Miles Bridges, Wendell Carter Jr., Lonnie Walker, Jared Vanderbilt, Bruce Brown, Mitchell Robinson, and Mo Bamba.
Yo, what was that thing that happened with
I'm not
Mikal
even
Bridges
mad at
again?
that.
He was supposed to go to Philly. They traded him, right?
Yeah,
traded
for
him.
Zaire
that was
Smith.
Zaire Smith, yeah.
That is the
Ironically enough,
Lord.
that's the exact type of player they actually need right now.
exactly. That is the funniest thing. I remember that happening, man. Everyone saying that his mom was mad as shit.
Yeah,
Yo,
she was
Philly
in
with
front
Mikal
office.
right now would be crazy.
Would be crazy.
Wild.
Crazy. That team would be I mean, they already pretty good right now. The real
Nah.
James Harden is showing up now.
This is why I say like Philly's just always, for some reason, it's always destined for like disaster. They fucked up with getting Markel. They could have got JT or any viable guy the season before. Then they trade Mikal Bridges, who proves to be a great 3-and-D guy. It's like your only thing that you got was Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid after your whole process.
That's
little
still
journey.
2 hits though. You can't be that.
Is it?
Look,
So-
yeah, hell yeah.
Ben
Ben
was
Simmons
barely a
looking
hit.
like at best.
What did they get for Ben Simmons though? They got James Harden. Right? So you see what I'm saying?
James Harden who can't stay on the
still hit
court.
with him. A lot of teams when they draft players don't hit on just that player. Sometimes, most of the time, they trade that player away and get other capital. So like you could say the Lakers didn't really hit with Brandon Ingram, which they did. Who else was it? Lonzo and the other players. You could say they missed with those guys, but they ended up getting AD. What did AD translate into? A championship.
You know what happened? They had like 6 arrows all in one and fired it, and then 2 of them hit. But then everything else was just a fucking miss. So it's not really like I'm not really saying it's gonna be, oh yeah, that's impressive when it took you so many years to tank, so many years to be losing in order for you to get those guys. And even when you got those guys, they were still losing.
They got Maxey though too. Does Maxey count as the process, or was he a
like
little bit too
Maxey.
far down the line?
I like Maxey. I like
I think
Maxey.
he's too far down the line.
But they could have had, if they did it right, the Sixers could have potentially had a young dynasty like the Boston Celtics have got right now.
Yeah.
But they fucked it up. They fucked it all up.
Shout out to Boston, man.
Z-Dub asked, does the league really care about domestic violence? Otherwise, why is Kid a head coach or much less continued playing after?
They don't. They don't care.
Probably not.
They don't.
You guys do know Miles Bridges is going to be playing at some point this year.
This year or next year?
Well, have they placed a suspension on him?
No, not
no,
yet.
but I mean, but the what team? Just the optics of signing him. Maybe next year, but not. I don't know about this.
Am I tripping, or are the optics that wild? Because the criminal charges got dropped, and now in the league hasn't placed a suspension on him. So
he'll be back next year for sure.
Next year,
definitely be back next year, but I don't know about this year though. Shit, I wish we'd get his ass.
I wanted to add. I kind of want to save this for the next show, maybe. I like this one.
I like you.
Yeah, I like you too. Let's talk about this really quick. What were you gonna say, Lo?
No, I was gonna tell Dub. I gotta jump off the Dub shit, man. He just be saying crazy stuff, man.
Like what?
You was on my train? That's crazy. I didn't even know.
Yeah, man. I was like, man, I like the free movement, man. The free thinking, forward thinking. Open space conversation, open gym. We having dialogue. And the more and more I'm like, man, you're like one of those anti-establishment type of people who just push it a little too far.
You know what? And honestly, Lo, I have recognized that.
Yeah, man. Just
tone
it down.
I'm gonna tone it down. You feel me? I like the relationship we have as well, and I realized that.
Yeah, man.
I kind of take things a little bit too far, and almost like Sneeko, and I don't want to be like Sneeko.
That's what I'm saying. Just tone it down.
Yeah. We're going to tone it down, and I apologize. You're right, because I am a free thinker. I like being a free thinker.
Look at Dub up here learning. You're going to learn today, Dub.
Whoa,
growing.
Jay, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You just don't fuck up the moment like that. Jesus
growing.
Christ.
Just, it's a beautiful moment to watch you grow. You
all right.
All right. Yes, she had no nipples. Speaking of comedy, I'm going to Chappelle on Friday. I am juiced. This is
on
bucket
Friday?
list.
Seattle?
Yes. Are you going?
Well, I got to be. I'm going to Seattle actually in like 30 minutes, but I'm about to be up there on Saturday.
What are we doing tonight? What's
in Seattle?
Let me know. I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna be out there all night tonight. I got to come back home. And I'm gonna be right back up there on Saturday.
Ron, are you coming through too?
No, I'm in Cali right now.
Just me and Bob. Huh? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, this is bucket list for me because this is the GOAT. The GOAT. Is Dave Chappelle your guys' comedy GOAT?
Bernie Mac, but living, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm in terms of like comedy, basketball. I still need to see Giannis and Curry. I haven't seen every single time I see Giannis, he doesn't play, so I'm kind of pissed.
Yeah, I seen Giannis, and I can't believe how big he is. But I thought he was like, I knew he was gonna be big, but when I seen him up close, like next to me, I was like,
oh yeah, we walked right by Giannis, huh?
Oh my God,
he's big as shit,
bro. Giannis making you look small, Bobby, is crazy.
Yeah, he makes me look little. But the first time I saw Giannis was in SAC, and when Willie Cauley-Stein was still playing there, and he even made Willie kind of look little. Like he was like barely taller than him, but way like wider, probably like he's. Hey,
Cauley-Stein's like 6'10", isn't he?
Yeah, Cauley-Stein's huge, but like Giannis is like
6'9".
wider than him. You know.
Hey, you seen Shaq in real life?
Yeah, I met Shaq. I was like 17. He
he
wrapped my whole arm up like this, shaking my hand.
Yeah, I saw Shaq. I saw Shaq last week, and he's huge. Like,
bro, that
was your first time seeing him.
That close. I've seen him like in passing in Atlanta, but like seeing
it's like an unreal sight.
Like we were like basically like standing right next to one another, and like the first thing I noticed is his hands are just like I've never seen nobody's hands that big. Like everything. Crazy. Pause. I'm about to say something. All right, never mind. Let me just.
He said, I took a look at the.
Yeah, let me chill.
These man hands. That's probably what you about. These man hands.
No, I was about to say.
You took a look at the deli.
I was about to say everything about him.
Everything about him.
You were in the deli.
I was about to say casually say, man, everything about him is just big.
It's big. But that ain't wrong, bro. That ain't wrong.
Yeah, it depends on who you are, man.
I want to see Yao Ming in person. I want to see how because he makes Shaq look stupid.
Yeah, bro. That would be literally like 5 of you, Dub, stacked on top of each other.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm like noticeably taller than Shaq.
I
I don't want to
with this
compare my
Australian
hand
cat.
sizes with Shaq and Yao Ming. I don't want to do that. I'm not even gonna shake their hand. I'm gonna do this.
Right here.
I
Yeah,
played
what's
with
good?
this Australian cat that was like in like my freshman year. I played with this cat. He was like 7'6". I mean, he was garbage. Like he didn't even play, but he was big as shit though.
Yeah, so I haven't seen Luka in person. I got to see Dirk in person a few times, like 3 or 4 times.
Shit.
I got to see him in Seattle. I got to see him in Portland, and I got to see him in Dallas.
Oh, that's fire.
But I need to see Luka. I want to watch Jason Tatum at some point. I've seen KD because he was in Seattle. That was young KD. I've seen Dame, of course.
I need to
Jeff
see
Green,
Dame.
huh? KD and Jeff Green was getting busy.
I haven't seen Jokic, but I don't really look at Jokic as like I really want to see him in person. It's like
I gotta see Giannis, man. I've actually tried to go see him, and he just from a player who normally plays a lot of games, he just so happened to not play those games. And when he played Atlanta
multiple times.
I've tried when they played Atlanta, and he just so happened to get hurt, and I already bought the tickets. I was like, this is tough. So he got hurt against Atlanta in the playoffs. I missed that. He played Atlanta towards the end of the year. I missed that as well. Luckily, all those games are good because one of the games, Trae Young hit a buzzer beater. That other game, that was a game where Brooke Lopez and Middleton went out. Yeah, so I've it's been a couple times where I've tried to go see him. I might have to just buy like a playoff ticket and like go watch him play, and like in Milwaukee.
Look at Low flexing on Player's Choice right now. I might have to go buy a playoff ticket. Okay. All right.
Yeah, he just made me feel fucking broke.
Christopher D. I'm trolling. Christopher D. said to Super Chat said most overrated player by decade, 60s to current.
So it's like every decade?
Every decade, one overrated player, 60s to 69, 70 to 79.
Bob Cousy.
Elgin Baylor.
Right. Elgin Baylor?
Nah, let me not do that.
Yeah, you just chatting. You're chatting.
No, let me not do that.
You're just chatting,
I don't like
man.
I don't like 60s guys.
So just say the whole decade then.
Lo, did you hear my
the 60s and 70s overrated?
Did you hear my award propositions for since they announced these new names?
Yeah,
awards?
y'all were bugging on the John Havlicek thing.
What about the Bob Cousy one? You like that one?
Who was the Bob Cousy one?
The most left-handed dribbles.
Oh.
Or the least left-handed dribbles, sorry. The least left-handed dribbles.
Hey, Dub, what you mean? Or Lo, what you mean we was bugging on the John Havlicek?
The whole premise of a six man is because of John Havlicek. Like the concept of it is because of John Havlicek.
So y'all wasn't bugging.
Yeah, I was about to say
y'all wasn't bugging. You know who was bugging.
I just think about like.
Oh my bad. Yeah, that's right. You're right.
Nah, I just thought about 6 man of the year. You can get me off the
Let him stay. Whoa, hey, what's up?
I just thought about 6 man of the year.
House.
Hold on. Let me get that.
Hello, Ron.
I just thought when I was looking at 6 man of the year, I think like Jamal Crawford and Manu Ginobili it was like immediate in my brain. So when I heard John Havlicek, I was disappointed.
This is what I'm saying, man. You got to know the history, man. This is one of the things where you're just taking it a little too far, man.
All right, so we have.
I might have.
We have the 60s, 70s.
West Unseld.
I don't know. Is it West Unseld?
I'm not sure, bro.
Fine. Well, I'll say West Unseld. I don't really care.
I might say West Unseld too. I'm not.
70s is such a bad era.
80s,
terrible.
And I mean this. I say this person was underrated. We're talking about underrated or overrated?
Overrated.
Okay, never mind.
80s, go ahead and do it, Dub. I know you know him.
80s.
I'm gonna say Jordan. Jordan was overrated.
He's named after the guy that makes stuff disappear.
You out? I don't know. Overrated. I mean, I don't think anybody overrates anybody from the 80s, though.
What?
Like who? Dominique? You think they overrate Dominique or Magic?
I was about to say you've been on this whole
that's what I was. Yeah, that's what.
Magic, 100%. Yeah, Magic. Oh yeah, Magic Johnson, 100%.
I will. Go ahead and put this up on TikTok, man. It's Kareem, man. Kareem is the most overrated player in the 80s, man. It is Kareem,
but not the 70s.
No, because I think he was the best player, and I think it was like very clear. But in the 80s, people act as if like what he was doing in the 70s is what he was doing in the 80s. And after like 80, 82, 83, it was kind of done for Kareem. He was just able to ride the wave of magic in them, and he was able to just add more accolades to his career that he was not able to accomplish in his prime. So it's Kareem, bro.
Yo, I'm not gonna say he rode the wave.
He did ride the wave
because he was a part of that wave, a heavy part of that wave.
Yeah, you ride when you riding it, you're part of it.
Listen, but to be a number two,
hey yo,
wilding this show, bro.
You're riding it. You're a part of it.
Yo, when you're a number 2 option on a championship team, I don't consider you riding the wave, and I don't consider you sitting back and benefiting off.
There's years where he wasn't even number 2 though. That's what I'm saying. You labeling him that, and it's like by the time Worthy was averaging
86 and on, okay. But for the first 5 years of the 80s, Kareem was him still.
86, he had 38 years old at 86. It might be a little bit before 86, Ron. I'm gonna keep it being with you.
It was a little bit before
up
86.
Up to 85, up to 35, Kareem was still.
Because in 82, even Jamal Wilkes was averaging 21. I don't know.
What was Kareem averaging?
He was averaging 23, to be fair, but I just don't know how clear. In the playoffs, they both were averaging 20 flat. And Norm Nixon was averaging 20. That's not
a knock on Kareem as much as more of it's bigging those guys up. That doesn't make Kareem any less important.
No, but like Ron just said, he's making it seem as if like he was just a very clear second best player. And what I'm saying, even if he was, he just wasn't. Yeah, my argument isn't that he wasn't the first or second. My argument is that people act as if like he was doing what he was doing in the 70s, and he was not doing it no more. He was on par with some level of production as a lot of other players on that team that people just don't talk about. But because he's Kareem, you get that nod.
And in 84 when they won, Kareem averaged 21 and 7 rebounds. Then Jamal Wilkes averaged 17, 4, and then 2.9 assists. So that Magic Johnson was probably the better player in that season. So like,
well, yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, so it's like Kareem had a part in it, yes, but like to Lowe's point, it's not like Kareem was like playing like he was in the 70s.
Also, he should not have won that MVP.
Which one? 19.
He should not have won 1980. Dr. J should have won it.
Wait, did we get to 90? Who's
we go to 90. I'm going to say it, Ron. I mean, I'm going to say it,
Wait, though. Wait. Bob, you was being serious when you said Jordan was the most overrated player in the 80s?
I mean, I can get to that in the 90s too, but I don't even want to do that shit today.
Ooh, say it.
Say it. Say Jordan is the most overrated.
Say it.
Don't say that too loud.
He is for sure.
Of the 80s or 90s?
Both. More so of the 90s and the 80s, but
that's wild.
I'm here for it.
That's wild. I got
why is that?
Because y'all know why. They try to. It's similar to like kind of like what y'all just tried to do with Kareem. Y'all try to downgrade what somebody else does, and y'all know what it is.
Who are you gonna say, Lo?
Come on.
Dub got John Stockton.
It's his either Stockton or his teammate Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, you gonna say Karl?
It's a bunch of them actually. It's Scottie Pippen, John Stockton, and Karl Malone. It's a bunch of them in the 90s that's overrated. it's a bunch of them, boy.
I think John Stockton is, like, in my opinion, more overrated than all of those guys.
I
think a lot of
Dub.
Yeah, a lot of the reasons why they lost some of those postseasons was because John Stockton's like inability to score.
I think it's fair to say we could speak for Mars too on this. He would ride Stockton on this.
See, a lot. See, people in the chat. Somebody say that I'm meat-eating Bron. Like, this don't got nothing to do with LeBron James. There's such thing as, you don't have to choose between the two. Obviously, I think Mike is still. He was that good that I think he was overrated, and I still got him number 2 because. Y'all still want to discredit, and you know what? I just seen the clip the other day on that corny ass shit that Ticket was talking about. It's nerd shit. That's nerd shit. You talking about what did he say? Oh, what was Scottie Pippen be without Jordan? You talking about just some dude with a freak named Lawrence. Like it just go back.
I feel.
Nah, he don't got no kind of.
Still have a freak name.
That was wild. That was wild.
There's no point to that at all. That go back to what I said. Cats wasn't really tripping off of Scottie because people. Of course, you're gonna talk about Jordan, but as soon as everybody found out that his ex-wife was a hoe, now now, oh, Scotty was weak. Scotty was this. People can't.
People been saying
can't
that about
separate.
Scotty though, but people saying about Scotty even when he was in the league.
Not
though.
like this. No. I'm talking about now. People are actually trying to discredit everything Scotty. Because Future made a song.
I think Scotty gets a lot of love in basketball terms.
I don't. You should know about the reason why people really dog him because the same thing happened to Scotty when he was in the league. He was dating somebody.
Yeah, but what is that? What is that? That don't got nothing to do.
No, I get it.
It's a trend.
So I'm not.
It's a 30-year trend.
About you, Lo. I may not be talking about you right now, but I'm talking about the people I'm talking about. That the only reason that they say shit about Scotty now is because of the whole shit with Larsa. Like that don't got nothing to do with his basketball, but people are so caught up in just like the social media shit, the all that type of stuff to where it's like they just bundle everything together.
I don't think Ticket saying that. I don't think Ticket saying that was I don't think Ticket saying that Scotty's is nothing without MJ. I think regardless if that happened, not Ticket and guys like Ticket would have been saying the same thing regardless.
Hey, man,
I hear a lot of people. I think a lot of people
give
praise.
Okay, but what did he say, Dub? What did he say? It's not like he said he didn't say anything about his game. He just went straight to her. So that lets me know that there's the subconscious of people.
Wait, Bob, are you just talking about the clip? Because to be fair, it is a clip we don't know unless you watch the show.
Right. But what I'm just talking about, that's the first thing he said though. So it just lets me further know that that's what everybody got on their mind. I'm not trying to take nothing away from Jordan. I'm just saying that Jordan get a lot of credit for Scotty's work too. So it's like yo, Jordan was for sure the best person in that group project. Jordan did 40% of the work in that group project. But
40?
Scotty,
all right.
Because hear me out. Because I mean, you gotta get percentage to the whole team. You can't just get 100% of the.
I'm not saying 100, but it's definitely more than 40.
I'm saying, well,
what percentage is low?
That's a huge
like
percentage.
60 plus.
So you're telling me that the other 14 guys on the team are just responsible for all of them together?
Like 40, yeah, almost like 40, yes.
Support. So Tony Kukoc, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Ron Harper, none of these good players. Like,
couldn't even say that with a straight face, Bob.
I'm not winning away from what I said at all. I think even more so. That's what I get. It's like what I was thinking about just yesterday is how much the fans are ruining basketball. You know how much the fans are ruining basketball just due to capitalism, just because like basketball is hardly even the same no more. Now we just gotta watch a whole bunch of goofy shit, cats running around.
To be fair, I actually we can argue this point later because I want to get through this, but
that's a beautiful game.
I like having that discussion with people about like fans ruining basketball when in reality, if they don't do the way that they do NBA and cover NBA today, it wouldn't be as big and people wouldn't be getting the contracts they're getting. They wouldn't have the viewership. They just wouldn't. It's like when you do it like this, you're bringing in different demographics.
I understand all that. I understand, fine. It's no
Ron,
big deal.
But anyway, yeah, Ron, 90s.
Overrated in the 90s?
Yeah.
Let's just name names and move.
I don't know. Well, I really can't think of a player that I think is overrated. You guys trip off John Stockton. I think he's underrated. You guys trip off Karl Malone. I think he's properly rated. Scottie Pippen. I think he's actually underrated. I can't think of.
We don't have to name one of them. Reggie Miller. Someone said Reggie Miller.
Charles Barkley, David Robinson.
You know what though? I think Reg was a little overrated.
There you go. All right, perfect. All right, 2000s.
Steve Nash.
Steve Nash?
Yeah.
Damn.
So easy.
That's not bad.
Bro, that's an all-time. Come
on. If I speak, it will be problematic.
Go ahead, Lo.
Go ahead.
I'm still.
I mean, it is.
They're gonna say Kobe, isn't it? Yep.
Oh, Bob.
Bron.
I'll probably go with Carmelo. It pains me to say it.
That's another.
But I'll probably go with Melo.
All right, 2010s.
Duck.
2010s.
2010s for me is Melo. Melo.
I mean, I don't know because I'm looking more like DeMar DeRozan.
Okay.
But I think everybody knows him. Let me get back to that. I mean, DeMarcus Cousins. Y'all talking about he was about to be a Hall of Famer. Shit, that could be a guy who's overrated.
Man, that's fair.
Oh,
for the whole decade.
We'll do a little hot take. Kawhi Leonard.
I thought that was coming.
There we go. That would be a little hot one. Kawhi Leonard.
Chat saying James Harden.
I'm saying
James
James
Harden could
Harden.
be one.
I'm saying
Yeah.
James Harden.
Ron saying James Harden. I know it.
You know that's coming. No ifs, ands, or buts. Yo, James Harden is damn near the most overrated player in NBA history.
No, he
Because
is not.
you guys let that
That's
punk
fair.
ass 36-point season just blow everything out of proportion.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Let me tell you about my Kobe. It's Iverson. That's who it is, actually. That's actually who it is. That's actually.
I was thinking that too, but I can't really go there.
It is Iverson. That's actually who it is. That's exactly who it is. It's Iverson.
All right, I got to get through these super chats, and then we'll call it. Alejandro Rodriguez, don't know if y'all talked about it already, but your thoughts on the West East MVP? Dumb.
I hate it. I don't.
Yeah,
like
it's
it.
dumb.
Yeah.
We've talked about it before, but it was several shows ago, probably around the time that it got announced.
I like that though. I like that.
I don't like it. It should be that. That should be the LeBron MVP.
I think it's cool just because a lot of times people forget like what team, who a team played in the finals, and there's some great teams that got beat in the finals.
The only reason I hate it is because people are going to start bringing that up in debates, and it's going to be like, "Are you serious?"
Sure. That means we're going to start having 4-hour shows, JD.
It's just disgusting.
And you know who's going to be doing it the most? Me.
Yeah. Probably. Juice Lee sent a super chat. Bill Walton or Jamal Crawford, 6th man award. D. Mart. Ticket saying De'Aaron Fox top 5 nasty work. He said De'Aaron Fox was top 5 right now.
He did. Yeah, last night he did.
Yeah, that's one thing I can agree on him about.
He was trying his hardest not to put what's his name in there. He's like, I guess KD. He was trying his hardest not to. It was KD and Tatum. He was trying his hardest not to put neither one of them. And I'm like,
I think it's easy. I think it's easy to keep KD out the top 5 right now, though. In my opinion,
but he was
easy.
trying his hardest to keep both of them out.
Ticket was in a nasty bag yesterday, but to go like into that KD not being top 5 thing, I meant to say this to you earlier too, Dub. I think that it's not necessarily a knock to KD. I think it's more so just more of being shown on how good these players actually are today and how good the league is right now. I think the league is in a very good place.
I agree with that.
It's 15 very good players in the NBA right now. Very good.
No, and there's a lot of great players
JD
right now.
just said
KD
he has to do these, man.
KD right now is playing.
We're through him.
Yeah. Okay. KD right now with the efficiency he has, the production he has, showing that he's actually a very capable defender, being the main catalyst as the Brooklyn Nets overcoming the drama they had to deal with for the whole season now, and the fact that they're a 4 seed. I mean, with a narrative like that, it's kind of hard for me to even question if he's top 5.
Wrong.
Give
you 5, and you can't say that it's not at least debatable.
I think there's a lot.
Bro, it's for sure debatable.
I think yeah. So you got Giannis, Steph, that I think is a little
Jason Tatum.
That's his top 3, and then Jason Tatum,
Luka, Jokic,
Joel,
Embiid.
Luka, and KD. Those guys are like debating with each. You can have good debates about all those guys.
There's like 12 top 5 guys.
12? Yeah, you like that? You thought there was 14 top 10. There's actually 12 top 5.
I'm gonna say it's a revolving door of 8.
It's like on any given day, bro. These guys are so good, bro. Like they're so good. And I just keep thinking that we keep forgetting and taking for granted how good these players are that are in the top, like that top heavy part. It's a lot of them.
If you don't like disrespecting players, why do you disrespect KD?
I'm not disrespect. Never disrespect his game. I might disrespect his character.
Oh, okay.
But his game, never.
Okay.
I've never done that. But I've never ever done that. You would never catch me doing that.
It's cool.
I can speak the truth about how Al Horford and Jaylen Brown and all them cats was clamping his ass. Those are facts. It's not disrespect.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Ron, before we close the show, do you have a contest for tonight? I have one, but I want to see if you are going down this path.
Let me see. So my contest for tonight that I want to go with, we have a few teams that's playing, but I want to go with the glaring matchup. Bob, are you going to take me up on this?
Take you up on. Let me hear it first.
I have Trae Young making more threes than none other than Steph Curry.
Oh, okay.
Today he will turn it around. Okay, today will be the day.
I'm not bet. I don't bet against.
Is Curry even playing?
I'll do that. Hell yeah.
But is Curry even playing? Because he's back to back. They tend not to play him on back to backs.
Has he really not been playing back to backs?
I mean, Well, I mean, I don't know. They lost to Milwaukee so bad last night that who knows, because they didn't even play that many minutes.
Wait, he's not even. There's not even a Warriors game tonight. So you're talking about tomorrow night?
There is one. They play.
Oh,
the
yeah, it
Pacers.
is. Yeah.
Bro,
play
am
the
I
Pacers.
tripping? Oh, it's right there. Oh my God.
Oh, he might play. He only played 27 minutes yesterday.
All right, I like that one, Ron. I was going to propose Paulo Banchero against Trae Young points because they're playing against each other.
So you want to lose in that too?
I'll
Yeah,
take
don't
Trae
take
Young
that,
on
Jay.
I'll take
Yeah.
Paulo over Trae.
Don't take.
Download your Lucra app.
It's a
Use
bad
the
move,
Players
JD.
Choice promo code and send that silly ass bet to me so I can take all y'all money.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Trey. I mean, Curry on that Indiana Pacers like perimeter defense.
You're gonna fuck him up.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie,
You gonna
man.
fuck 'em
I
up,
ain't
bro.
gonna hold you.
Tyrese about to be out there ripping Steph.
Okay, you just chatting. Now you chatting. You chatting.
But Trey's
all right.
facing Orlando, so it's
Hey,
like
for Lucra
Yeah,
though,
but
y'all
it's
hit me
trading.
up. Y'all hit me up tomorrow. LFT FLD 12. I'm taking all Kevin Huerter
I gotta go.
threes, all DeMontis Sabonis rebounds, all Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox points.
All right, before I don't want to miss this. D-Mart said, should the Bulls trade DeMar and Zach and rebuild?
Yes.
Sure. Ron, last words.
Take it.
Hello.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me on. I do gotta go myself. but thank
Yes,
y'all.
sir. You're chilling. Bob.
Man, y'all pick up a book today. Read, get your minutes in. Let me suggest The Richest Man in Babylon. Love yourself.
Heat. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, man. And if you haven't, make sure you go to the description down below. Check out Lucra. Use our promo code Players Choice, and we will catch you on Sunday. Peace out.
Yo, I want your big black ass to stop lying to these people.